Let's give everybody, a little chance time to get on in here. What's going on? How y'all doing? Go ahead and leave your spit of the day. Let your boy know how you're feeling. If you're feeling good, if you're feeling foul, hell, let's go now. Man, so glad y'all were able to join us today, man. Let's go ahead and get to it. My guy Rico.
Yo. What's good, bro? How you?
Doing good, man. I thought I was gonna have to put out that call to you. You know the call.
Salud.
Ricola.
That's like my bat signal right there.
Hey, man. Nah, salute to you, man. How's your day been going, baby?
Bro, you know, Sundays, I'm not at work, so it's always a good day.
Always a good day, man. Always a beautiful day, man. That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let's go ahead and get started. What's your sin of the day, my boy?
Man, what did I... Oh, yo, you know what's crazy? I've been rocking this a lot lately, and because it's become such an easy pickup every day, and it always smells fire, and I really get compliments from it, and it's a throwback for me, but... this I got is a Navi 2's XO Brandy. Bro, XO, bro, I bought XO Brandy. I was telling Nick about it. I bought it when it first came out. It's about like 3 years, something. And it was full. Like I tested it once or twice, bro. It's been getting a crazy dent. And the last 2 weeks between she and I, we just been, killing that. Put it like this. This is how much we use it. It's not behind here because it's in the room. It's in my bedroom, like it's just been a regular. It's been dope. I don't know.
Oh, so I love it's become an easy reach.
Yeah. In the morning, gonna head out just quick after the shower, just around the house. Like it's just, it got addictive again. So you know how it goes. Like in a few weeks, it'll taper down and then I start. But right now, it's been pretty lit, and that's what I wear today.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, I get it. It's a beautiful fragrance, to be honest with you. For me, typically more of a date night scene for me, especially because it's hot as hell in Texas.
Yes,
You
it is. I
know, I
know.
mean that thing, it won't even take 2 minutes for that thing to become glowing. I promise you.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Especially
yeah,
what
yeah, yeah. It projects too, man, and that's why I think, yo, I've gotten a lot of like comments from it. Like it's just so obviously in the room that people like look at like, no, what's that smells? It smells good. It really is a really good fragrance. I'm digging it.
it is, man. A lot of people take Novitus and Viva More for granted, but they really have some good fragrances. The oil blends and whatnot are very smooth on skin. They have natural transitions, it feels like. And they do wonders with Gourmand.
They're
Them,
doing the same things all the good come. It's just that I get it. Like people got caught up with the whole like a big rich company was able to reach out to the best perfumers and directly to reviewers. But I think people feel like why is the person who reviews somebody else's art determining now how the art should like there's a mixed feeling there. Like reviewers shouldn't be in the face of a fragrance.
we gonna get there. We gonna get there. We
But
gonna that's the topic.
but it's
We
part of
gonna
why
talk
is what I'm
about that.
saying. People
We
feel
gonna
about a
talk
way
about
about
that.
Navitus because of that. So
Hey, get your pen and write that down. Ink it in.
mm,
It's a conversation for a later day for sure. All right.
yeah,
But
yeah,
today, y'all, we are
yeah,
here to talk about Fragcom and community. All right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Go ahead and spiffy yourself up, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got
yeah.
enough beer to be
I'm
doing
gonna
all
get pretty because it's about to get ugly. Nah, I ain't gonna get ugly.
that. Well, before we do that, let's go ahead and get to the chat, man. First and foremost, we got our chat going. First person in here, Joel, you are slacking today, my brother. But Dame is first up. Dame, you know what I'm saying? He said, "What's good,
Yo,
fam? Smash that like button. Appreciate that. Send of the day is Summer Vice. I'm still waiting for my bottle. I'm still waiting for order number or something, man. They are tripping. I ain't got nothing, and they took my money. I need my money. I need,
yeah.
I need
or,
cash.
or at least give me the
I want
product
my
that I
money.
paid for.
I'm saying either where my package or where my money. You know what I'm saying? One of them, baby. But what up, Jonathan? What's going on? What's good, baby? All right. Not sure who this
Yo,
name is, but it is Arabic. So we're gonna I already said you know what I'm saying? What is it? Assalamu alaikum.
assalamu
Yes,
alaikum.
sir. And if that's what he put on there, then we'll like on salam. You know what I'm saying? So be it. What up, Rock Boy? What's good, man? Tina? What's good? What's good, y'all? Simone, the sister, the frag sister. Yes,
What up?
sir. Yes, sir. All right. We got, of course, the usuals in here. Calm Life talking about who is that behind you. Trolling, trolling, trolling. You know what I'm saying? But man, yeah, we got some people in here. Gabriel, what up? What up? He said, "What up, Enrique?"
Yeah.
We got my guy coming off Dobie. Anyway, he said, "I have too many fragrance bottles." You might be right, brother. You might be right. You
Come on, is
might,
that common AF Dobie? Common as Dobie? Is that what that is?
yeah.
All
Common is
right.
a Dobie, yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
that's cool.
we gotta shout out to the
Got some
trolls too. You know
characters.
what I'm saying?
Got some characters.
You did. All right, Jamel, what's good, man? Jamel Mitchell in here. Good afternoon, Kings. Good
Yeah.
afternoon. All right.
Yo.
And of course, she said, "No worries, I'll throw up a babies." This girl. Already, we are good, man. My guy Will the Thrill was good, gentlemen. Chat just stopped in to say hello and give it them. Hey,
Shout
we
out, shout
appreciate
out.
it all, baby. We appreciate
Right.
it all. Getting down here, man. Ricky said, "What's cracking, Jim?" Sin of the day is NR from him, Blue Noir. Have you ever heard that, Brad?
I know.
NR for him, Blue Noir.
NR.
Some of
Oh,
the
Narciso
people.
Rodriguez. Narciso Rodriguez.
Blue
That was the
Noir.
one
I
that
got it.
looked like the blue de Chanel. Yes, yes, yes. I
Got
had
you.
that one. I had that one.
Okay.
I
Okay.
knew I had a blue. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Heck yeah. Jamel said, "My fragrance of the day tomorrow is French Defense." Nice. Nice. I
Nice.
know
That's a
you're going to
good
be
one. I
smelling.
got it's back there. I got one of those. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Cheerfully wonderful, you know?
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Sherrod, my guy, happy Sunday, man. What's good? What's good? And what's up to everybody else in there, man? We're going to go ahead and get started, man, because, you know, we like to go ahead and hit y'all like one of my favorite churches. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all about an hour, no more than an hour and a half of power. And we're going to get to it, man. Hey, so Rico, we talked last week and whatnot, and we said, hey, let's discuss community. And
Yeah, let's do that.
subsequently, let's go ahead and discuss Fragcom afterwards. Well, it's time, Rico. But
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
start off with a common definition. You know what I'm saying? Rico, what does community mean to you, man? For real, I'm
Hey,
curious.
I'm glad you asked me that because I'm gonna tell you for me, and then
Uh-huh.
I pulled up a couple of community definitions as well. But and I looked for it for a reason, right? Because there has to be a standardized version of what we're talking about.
Right.
Right. Okay. So
No, definitely. But
so
we'll
for
go to
me,
the personalized thoughts,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right?
yeah. So I'm starting with personalized, and my personalized definition is of community, whichever community you find. So it has to be like-mindedness. I think that is the entire foundation, the like-mindedness. And the reason I point that out, because I'm briefly going to talk about what it's not exactly. And if we're always opposing each other, if we're opposing all our comments and views on everything, and the only commonality is these bottles, then we're not necessarily in the same community. We have parallel communities, but if we're opposing each other at everything, there is a certain healthy discussion that I like to have sometimes. But if everything is heated, everything is like we're going in a different wrong direction, then are we really community, or are we linked by one small thing and we assume that we should have commonality? So it is a commonality to me. It's can do we come to the same thing because of the same appreciation for it, and then from there we build our personal relationships. And I think that's how a lot of us became cool in this space right here. We like fragrance. You
Yes.
talk, I talk, I hear what you say, you hear what I say. We're like, I like this view. I dig this view. Yo, what's good? What's good? So now we vibe. We're building a community because of the commonality we find. Very seldom you hear somebody talk and say things opposite to your views that cause conflict and how you view things, and then say, I really want to reach out to this person and see if we could do more. No, I want to see less of you. I want to deal with you less. So what? But we call ourselves the same community. Did that make sense? So that's how that was where, as we were talking last time, this concept came up. Is like, well, we're all in the same thing, right? But it's a lot of opposition and friction. Are we in the same community? Or are we in parallel communities?
Okay. Okay. So basically, to kind of rotate or roll back to what you originally said, community to you is a group or a group of individuals that are like-minded. Now, what I want to take it to is this, okay? Like-minded is great, but like-minded in what way?
Well, that's what that in a general sense, we've already entered community. Now, in fragrance specifically, I'm gonna find people who appreciate stuff that I appreciate in the same way, and that are not disrespecting the things that I appreciate. Because that's one of the immediate triggers for people looking at each other wrong. We get so enamored by these things that we found appreciation for that when somebody comes and says, I've been saying for 5 weeks, this is one of the best things I've ever tried. And somebody else comes in for whatever their motivation is, whether it's genuine or otherwise, and they say, that's terrible. You have no taste. And like, oh, you don't have to attack my character. You could have just said you didn't like it. It's not for you. But now you're attacking my platform, people who have similar views because we didn't agree on a thing. And then again, and we're part of the same community. Well, already I feel like our communities are splitting because your opinions about me and what I like are very different. We don't have to be in the same thing all the time. It's fine. We
Identical,
can,
yes.
yeah, we can
Yes.
go to
Now,
your
I
group.
got, I got, I got another question for you though, and this is to kind of interject, but to also because I'm gonna give my analysis afterwards. But I
Yeah.
want you to state yours, first. But okay, so what do you consider a fan base?
I think so. A fan base is belongs to people who are trying to be celebrities, right? That's a fan. A fan base is supporters of somebody who's never really gonna have a relationship with those people. You're here to help elevate me, but it's not really a two-way street. I'm the celebrity. You're the fan base. I'm positive. Like, and it's happened like a couple of times. You're at an event, like, oh, I'm a fan. Like, don't say that. It just sounds weird because, first of all, because I know my reality and I know that I get up, I go to work like a regular person, and then I do this stuff. You view the stuff I talk about, and we have maybe a common view on things, which is why it's easy to return to certain platforms, because you have the commonality, which makes people
Right.
want to become
Right.
part of that community.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you right now, I'm not of the opinion, or have I ever been confused to think that that maybe I've had fans. I don't do anything that requires fans. I come on and do this thing right here and give my opinion on somebody else's stuff.
Well, what do you consider a fan? And you know what I'm saying? Because that's really where I was going. I definitely get your understanding of fan base, but
Yeah.
what would you consider a fan? Because here's the thing I was trying to get at. When I hear community, I hear like-minded as far as like hobbies, interests, and whatnot,
Yeah.
kind of like an interest group or whatnot. But when I hear fan base, I'm hearing, and you said you like people that share, in a sense, it sounded like you said share ideals, right?
Yeah. Right.
Share hobbies, but not necessarily. You may share a goal, but you don't share the same opinion on everything.
No,
Well,
no, we can't. You
right,
can't. You can't.
right.
You
So
can't.
then, what about a fan? Do they oppose or do they differ? What would you?
It,
What
it
would you
depends,
say?
because I guess it depends on how you view a fan. Because again, like if you're being literal, a fan is just sort of for fanatics, somebody who's just crazy about you as in whatever thing you do. They're just solely into you, that they may blindly follow your opinion just because they're a fanatic, which is different, right? Because if we're part of a community and we're all just equals. Some of us like to talk out loud. Some of us prefer to type our comments. So those comments aren't different. It's just some of us talk, some of us don't. But it doesn't make you a fan because you're watching. But if I say that any fragrance that come out, hey, this is good, I'm buying it because he said so. You haven't taken any time to view it yourself. You're fanned out. You're fanned out, and that's it's good for creators who have that, I guess. But it's not the same as somebody who's like actually part of the community, who's able to differ from, he liked this one and I didn't like that one. That's his opinion. I'm not gonna be like, yo, I like it now because you said it. I still don't like it, and that's okay. We've done lives with Raph. The premier Zerjoff guy, everything's not a love there. We're not gonna say, be like, I like it anyway, Raph. Like, yeah, that one. I get that you love that one. Fire. I like this one instead. Like this is more my style. That I don't go those way. We're not gonna sit there and just smile on his face for the sake of content and be like, I'm such a fan. I love everything. It's impossible. You can't love everything because
Right.
things are so diverse. Yeah.
Right. And I get you on that. So let's go ahead. So we've got your ideals on it. All right. I'll go ahead and give mine. So when I talk about community, I'm talking about my idea of community is a group of similar minded, pretty much like minded, as far as goals, expectations, but not necessarily so much as we completely align. Right.
Right.
My idea of community is we share a hobby, a personal interest, or whatnot that we love and that we are fully active in. Now, not full time active, but fully active in. You know what I'm saying? Like take Fragcom. My community is those who watch me and I watch and whatnot, and we go back and forth, whether it be banter, conversation, and they may love what I do, they may not. You know what I'm saying? But they're
Right.
there, and like you said, tastefully they disagree or they agree however they want to, right? But then when I look at a fan, I think someone that typically follows blindly, someone that typically never has much of anything bad to say about the person or group, you know what I'm saying? Someone that just kind of, I guess we would say blindly goes along, but it's not blindly. They actually choose to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with being a fan. It's just, I think it's needed for us to point it out to people of the community, you know what I'm saying? Or in our space, you know what I'm saying? The difference between a fan and, in a community, that's part of the reason why I use the term family, frag
Right.
family.
Right. 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 I
It
get
kind of
that.
defines, I think it kind of defines what I feel of a community to be more so than just frag comp. But all right, so we both got that on there. Now you said that you got a definition. Let's go ahead and look up that definition of of community so we can see how
Okay.
close are we and how
Okay.
do
Yeah.
views align.
So we're gonna look right here. I mean, have a community is a social group whose members share commonalities. Okay, such as location, values, identity, interest. It encompasses both physical neighborhoods and digital networks, providing individuals with a vital sense of belonging, mutual support, and shared responsibility. Um, and everything you read there,
Mm-hmm.
there's no gray area at all for like areas of contention and conflict. It kind of sets up a path for the very opposite of that. So if you feel like you're in a community, but those things are not what actually glues you together, and you find yourself in more contentious conversations, arguing, debate, you're probably not in a community. You're just in a gathering of people with different viewpoints, and you're trying to what they call um um well anyway, you're trying to gel. You're trying to gel. You're trying to gel, and it's not going to work, right? Because you have to go through different stages to form these communities, these groups, and you have the forming stage, the storming stage, which is where a lot of them takes up, and then you norm, right? And then you become an actual community. You can't get past the storming. It's probably not going to become community. So people kind of just stay in that same place, and we go online, and then people say something, and they're waiting to snipe at you off the bat. They're just waiting for you to say something crazy. Um, because there was never a sense of community. It was just one of those pillars is there, and it's a commonality. And we feel like, I think, especially when you're new in the community, or you feel like I have to find my people, and sometimes you jump into it a little too soon, and you're like, somebody said something nice to me, I'm jumping with this group, and later you're like, this is a weird group, and I've seen a lot of weird groups, and I just be like, look, respectfully, I'm gonna take a you're probably watching this now when we've done something before and I've never came back. You know what that means. It's like it got weird.
All right, all right, all right. So let me ask you this: can those weird people still be an active part of the community, or do they kind of, what's the deal with those with different behaviors from what either the group is used to or what you're used to?
Right. I think I heard it said before, if we was cool at one point, and maybe there's just difference of opinion now, I want everybody to eat, but everybody don't got to eat at my table, and that's how I feel about it. Like if we constantly going back and forth, I don't know. You can't be part of the community like that I'm fostering. No, because I already know that there's gonna be more contention moving forward, and if that's sometimes that's people's energy, you have that, and I think there's a time and place for it, like to opposition, but if it's the entire spirit of the relationship, then you're affecting the growth of it, because people remember sometimes we lock in on one person who we have opposing views on, and we'll get
Mhm.
into it for and it's like that moment after everything calms down is when you step back and realize we've been watching this entire time. It's just people watching us looking stupid. It affects how people view you and your relationship. So no, it's gonna be worse moving forward. So I'm not gonna keep fighting with you. If we're the same, if we claim to be in the same community. Now, if you, for lack of better, like if you are an opposing community, if you just if everything your community believes in is opposite to and you want to take shots, then in that space, yeah, we can take shots at each other because we're not the same community. But if we say we are, you think we can turn the camera off for a second and pick up the phone and be like, yo, what are we doing here? We're gonna keep doing this negative thing, because if that's what it is, let's just say it and move on, and not waste that energy, because there's too many cool people on here. There's a reason why we're able to do this. For those who don't know, what did it take? A conversation. Just a conversation. Yo, Rico,
Just
what's up? We doing?
conversation.
It wasn't a whole bunch of back. Let me think about. Yeah, I like what you're talking about. I can see. Let's do it. Bung.
But
Because
at the same time,
like-mindedness involved.
but at the same time, we've had plenty of conversations. So let me do this. All right. So you got your. I'm gonna tell you, when I looked up community, right?
Uh-huh.
I got the plain definition, like you said, a social group whose members share commonalities such as location, values, identity, or interests. Right. So touching base onto that, let's go ahead and talk about what we came to talk about. Okay. Fragcom. What is it? Where are we? And what is yours and my goal as we continue to do what we do in this place called Fragcom? All right. So
Yeah.
let's start off. I mean, Rico, right now, if you had to tell somebody and they were to ask you, what is Fragcom? What would your quick definition? Because I know you get long winded. I know
Yeah.
you.
Wait. Are you saying a person that's never collected, they don't know the community at all? They're just like, what is it? I heard this thing called Fragcom, or
I put it like this. You can
the
answer
reason I said
that.
there's two ways to view it.
Well, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, whether they got bottles or not, if they don't know what Fragcom is, because I know people that got bottles but have no idea what Fragcom is because they're not on YouTube. They don't be watching it on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
These are people that have just over the years known that.
And that's what I mean. I don't think social media is one of the pillars of Fragcom, but you don't need social media, because if you're in a certain city that has events every couple of weeks, you're plugged in with a community already. That's your fragrance. And that's why I said there's two versions of it.
Yeah.
There's the overarching Fragcom, which is the concept that all of us who love buying fragrance, we're kind of we already got jumped into the gang. Like we in it, whether you like it or not. You're a fragrance weirdo too. And if I stop you and talk to you about fragrance for the next hour, you're gonna talk back. You're kind of you win.
All right, but we're off that. We're off that. Okay, I get you.
Okay.
But here's the thing: for a person that's never been an active part of Fragcom, what would you say it is?
Fragcom, because I don't want to be negative, because I have, but in the most positive way, because I never want to get people scared before they get in. At least come inside and look at the stuff yourself and determine. But come in and take a walk. Maybe you're cool with it. To me, Fragcom is just that. It's those people who at one point or another decided to themselves, like, I'm going to buy fragrance probably for the rest of my life because I love this stuff, and I'm down to lock in with other people who are willing to talk, who share this thing. Because when I talk to some of my other friends, I sound like a psycho that spends hundreds and hundreds of dollars on little glass bottles with liquid inside. But when I talk to one of my Fragcom people who maybe I've never met in person, I'm like, yo, what happened? I bought it. What you bought? Such and such. You overpaid? I probably overpaid. Yo, but you got to do what you got to do, right? Oh, you get me. Okay. So this again, that belonging thing. We belong in this group because no one. Yeah, some of us will be like, I'll never pay for that. I got that. Is everybody has the limit, but it's a group of people who don't make you feel weird about the weird thing you do. And that goes for anything that you do.
Okay.
But when people don't get it, they just think it's weird. And even the ones that think it's nice to smell good, but you ever talk to somebody who's like, I collect fragrance too. Oh yeah, how many you got? Man, I got like 15 now. Like, oh no, yeah, I got a problem. My thing is different. I have issues.
And I get that, but I need you to sum it up in about 2 to 3 sentences. Just for the person that's watching us right now that doesn't really know, say if this were to be pushed out on a different algorithm, a different platform, what would you sum it up to be? Fragcom as of right now. That's your experience.
Because I feel you're wording it a certain way. Fragcom as of right now. Like, are you telling me to tell you what I think the state of things are?
No, I'm just asking, like, what do you think Fragcom is right now?
Yeah,
because it could evolve. Because it will,
okay.
it has evolved. You can't tell me. I put it like this. I've been here for about 5 years, right? Watching and active, right? So 5 years ago, this wasn't the same. So
okay. Okay.
So I'm asking you, what is Fragcom right now?
Okay. So Fragcom actively is an environment of people who do love fragrance, where collectors can come together, meet other collectors, and people can use this platform to create profitable projects for themselves by connecting with it. It's their connection to the actual industry, and in that we get to be connected to the industry through those people who dare to reach out and get closer to it. It's a way for you to become more aware and connected with other fragrance enthusiasts, brands, and reviewers.
Boom. All right, there we go. Hey, I just wanted the dumbed down version real quick. We're going to get into but I wanted, if someone were to come and say, hey, look, I just came to you for the first time, or hey, Rico, I know that you like cologne and whatnot, But and I hear you talking about Fragcom. What is Frag? I just wanted to get the dummy down. You know what I'm saying? Not that Lupe fiasco. Shout out to Lupe because he's one of the dopest MCs, one of my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Lyricists. But I wanted just that regular Waka Flocka.
Yo, shout out to Lupe, but Nas is a lyricist.
Okay. We know.
Have to walk that back.
I have to put him neck to neck only because Nas is the realest and he kept his deal. Lupe and that statement about Obama screwed him over. We don't know where Lupe would be right now if he hadn't said that stuff. We're not gonna hang on that. We're gonna talk about that another day. Yeah. This is sounds coming. All right. But no, okay. So yeah. And I agree with you on that. Depending on what platform, you know what I'm saying, I would throw in there to kind of add on and piggyback on what you're saying. I would also say Fragcom is also a place where
dude said bro sounds like the nerd emoji. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Sounds like the nerd emoji. Oh man.
We're gonna get them in here, man. Hey, the trolls
man.
They'll give you a couple of good jabs every live, man.
But man, your arms are too short to box with God, but that was a good joke.
It was pretty good. You got to give it up when they get a good one in there. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good joke.
If it's worthy of getting highlighted. But check this out. So on top of everything that you said, it's also to me, adding on to it, a place where people that share the same hobby, like you said, can enjoy things together. However, it is a place that also has differences of opinions and differences of enjoyment. I think one thing that people don't understand is that Fragcom, although it's a community, it has communities within it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the answer.
Fragcom is a state, and we develop the cities, the communities.
No, Fragcom is a country.
Okay, a country.
And we have local governments.
It's a planet in that case, because you just met one from across the pond.
That's right. It's a planet.
Yes.
Planet. Yes.
Yes, and within those different countries on that planet, within those different states, you have people that have different enjoyments. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now that we kind of got that out the way, what is Fragcom? Where is it? You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's talk about it. All right. And your honest opinion. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna time you, Rico, because Lord knows I love talking to you, but we're gonna keep this because we're gonna have to go back and forth. We gotta have a little better, and I want to get your thoughts, and I want to critique a couple of things if I can, critique some stuff on mine. But tell me, where do you think Fragcom is right now?
Like in the short, all over the place, right? All over the place. And the reason I say
let's go all over the place as a whole, but all over the place. Yes.
Yeah, kind of what you said. Like we are really a gathering of a bunch of small communities. But so when you look at it as one community, like, man, these people don't know what they're like. We do know. We just picked ours, but from the outside, it looks like we're all in different. No, there's people. Again, we got people who like 100% are in it to make money. Don't know anything about fragrance, but you know, if I talk about fragrance, I can probably find okay, you got those people. You got the people who enjoy expensive fragrances just because they want to have stuff other people don't have. You have people who are only going to buy dupes. You have people who are going to, like, so with it's so spread out that when you start looking to your left and your right, and you're like, this person doesn't like the stuff that I like, or they talk, and it starts that division already. And it's not because you need to be divided. It's because this person probably will only do the Orienticas and the you know, all those in that, and that's what they like. They get pretty bottles at a decent price, and it smells like that's all right. That's their thing. That's a community already. So when they come, but we assume we like the same stuff, and they look at these bottles, they're like, "Oh, you're overpaying." Well, I think you're buying crap, but you think I'm overpaying? Like, so are we part of the same community? Probably not. Like, but we like fragrance. But what you like is totally different from what I like, and or even kind of different. Like, even if it's kind of different, but it's different enough that every time you look at what I got, you're questioning my purchases, and I might be doing the same. I like, you know, we kind of look at what other people got as like, I wouldn't have bought that one, or you should have bought this one, or if you love this, buy this instead. Why? You just said if I love this, I do love this. Why do I have to buy this one instead? Because in your community they're buying it, or because you're about making money, about whatever, however you want to word it. But are you part of the community, or are you a salesman? Are you a salesman for one of the brands? Are you a mole from the brands to come into these communities and tell us to only buy this one type of fragrance because they make money for it, and then you make money from it, and we get all these bottles that the machine told us to buy? Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right. So let me ask this. All right. So you're saying they're not part. So what do you think about the people that sit up there and try and put everybody in the same community?
I think that's lazy. Okay, I'll tell you this, right? If you don't know about fragrance, then you could probably assume that because it's all just perfume to people, right? But I'll just use it for example. Like the same way we have these communities, foodies have their communities, right? But vegans and carnivores are not going to be part of the same groups. And you wouldn't find that weird because you get that vegans don't eat the certain things that carnivores eat, and carnivores would lose their mind and had it. So there's different subcategories just based on preference. I don't eat meat, so I'm gonna be in this group. I don't like vegetables. And there are people who only love dessert stuff. Like it happens in every other group. We're no different. Yes, there's an overarching. If you're into fragrance, there's a fragcom thing going on, but ultimately you're gonna find your subgroups that you're gonna align with. It's the people that when you post something, those people are commenting. It's the ones that when they post, you comment. You'll know just by your connection with that person, and you'll find yourself probably in 3 or 4 different chat groups of fragrance. Every time you show up somewhere, like, oh, you commented too. Like you'll see the people without even saying. You don't have to shake hands and say we're in a group. You'll know when you're there because you naturally are like you're in the same level. Yeah, you're on that level already.
Okay, all right. It's funny because when people talk about Fragcom, the first thing that I go to
Yeah, you're trying to
is,
be Steve Jobs, bro.
huh? Yeah, I don't
Trying to
even know
be
what
Steve
that
Jobs.
means. I don't even know what he means by that, but it's Jason. But check this out. So
Yeah.
here's the funny thing, though, bro. Every time I hear someone talk about Fragcom, immediately what comes to my mind is Facebook. If you type in Facebook searching for groups, you get. If you type in fragrance, my bad, searching for groups on Facebook,
Yeah.
it's so many groups that pop up.
You know how many
It's so
invites
many.
I have to groups that I'm like, bro, I can't be part of every group. I'm not gonna be active in most of them. It's crazy. And shout out to anybody who has invited me. I'm saying it's too many. I'm probably like 50 already, and there's like 70 others. I'm like, I can't be part of 100. Like it doesn't. I'll never be active in everything. You got to be selective of those groups too.
So here's my question. All right, in Fragcom, there's a lot of people that say, who do you belong to? Would you say that? Well, actually, you just said, there's dupe groups, people who love dupes. There's designer groups. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
and of course, niche, indie niche, and whatnot, and going from there, right? But here's my thing: how do you determine which group is yours? And well, I asked the next question later. You already said that it's of course like-minded uses, right? So if you do dupes, of course it would be ideal that you join a dupe group, right? But what
Right.
if you like a few designers?
That's cool too. Find a group like that, or find the hybrid groups. Like I believe I exist in a hybrid group of people because I love ouds, and a lot of my friends don't. They think it's
Yeah.
disgusting. Or because for example, me and Mundo can do content together all the time. Or me and Essential knows, so he likes very obscure brands, right? Because I get into that as well. But I mean, maybe the only group that I can't really swim with is the dupe groups, because I just stopped. But not because I don't know, because I'm not on the level anymore. But I had just pulled out a big box full of duas. Like I've had them, I've bought them. I know enough that I can talk about it. But I'm not in there anymore, right? So I'm probably not going to do too much of the group. So I think it is a hybrid group because I do like naturals. But I like niche. I like niche, and I like artistic stuff. So I like rare. Like the minute I hear rare, limited, I'm already
Yeah, you go
interested.
into a friends and wait, what?
I'm a
Wait, wait,
collector.
wait, where?
I'm a collector, right? So I'm
All
in
right.
that. Oh, there's only 20 bottles. How much is it? Like, is it even? And I'm like, all right, never mind. Like, that's not realistic at all.
Right. And let me say this. So it sounds like your group is basically nobody's group. You created yours. And the reason why I get to that is because I've always said that, I make my group, right? My community is based on those that gel with me, not those that share ideals. I find it hilarious when you sit up there and you're with somebody. Hell, me and you, Rico, we talked about stuff, and it's like you sit up there, you tell me, "No, James, this is fire." I'll be like, "No."
Yeah. Yo, I mean, my
It's
best example
hilarious.
of that was you and Josh with that Virtus vanilla oud. That that whole dilemma.
And Josh is my guy. Hell, Jason Bircher, okay? Now, I'm coming around to a couple of them now. But hell, when we started this thing, man, that man was on fragrances. And he'd be like, yeah, man, this is just exquisite. You know, he got a little bass in his voice. Yeah, man, this is just exquisite. I'd be like, it's all right. I'd be like, I'm not getting that from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, but even though on camera we bumped heads and disagreed and whatnot, I never considered them not my group. You know what I'm saying? Not my community,
Yeah.
not my family. And so this is why I'm asking, man, because let's just get to it, bro. I believe fragcom is what you make of it, and people don't understand what I mean by that. But your fragrance community is who you meet and who you gel with, like you said. But it's also a matter of who do you get along with. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't, I guess you would say, annoy you, piss you off at every turn. So
It is. There it is.
so let's get to it. So hey, so let's be honest, man. All right, we know who your community is because we see who you interact. I mean, I would consider myself your community. I was, of course, Sarah, of course, Josh, of course, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the rituals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Nikki can't leave your community even if she wanted to at this point, right?
Not even allowed to. Marcy.
You know what I'm saying?
Essential
Charles.
Notes. Exactly.
Yep, Josh. Yep.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. How did y'all meet? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's take you, Sarah, and Marcy. How did y'all meet to a point where you knew, oh yeah, these my frag fam?
So like, and I thought it appropriate that somebody said the nerd thing. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm a fragrance nerd, and so I can nerd out about fragrance all the time. And so I would, when I started, I would just post pictures and just talk a little bit about it. And one of the people who, weirdly enough, when I didn't even have any view, gravitated to my view on fragrance was Marcy. Didn't know me, but she just liked my content. And then one day I talked about wanting to start like recording stuff. She's like, oh, you should do it. And I was like, I don't really know. She was like, yo, do it. I'll support it. And at that time I knew like Marcy is a big channel that I watched before, and she's saying she'll support what I do. That's already like that can't be bad if anything else.
Not at
And
all.
so she would come on some of the lives, and I thought that was, for me at the time, that was just a big move. Like, oh, Marcy, I could just hit Marcy and be like, yo, can you jump on my live? Yeah, I got you. Boom. And I was like, dope. And I used to talk a lot to Tammy at that time.
Okay, yes.
We used to be on lives a lot on Instagram back then. Like
she hasn't really been on recently. It's been some months.
She used to be heavy on it. And she's cool with Sarah. Like, they know each other. They see each other around town and stuff. And she introduced me to Sarah. And that was like the link between she and I. And then I was like, yo, Sarah's pretty cool. Like, I dig her style. And that was the linkage there. But everything came at the time. It was different on Instagram. People were like actually jumping on and meeting people and jumping on each other's lives. Like, and my thing was this, especially when I started. If I'm on the live and you have something to say, just jump on. Don't type it. Just jump in. Be part of it. Be part of it. Let's talk. I'm not trying to box anybody out of it. I wanted everybody who felt they had a voice to jump on. That was my whole thing, and I guess me being inviting to anybody really opened the door for me to really gauge. Like, people were just jumping on, and we have a couple of talks, and I'd be like, "Yo, come on anytime, anytime, anytime," and that's kind of But I will say this: be cautious while we're in FragCom as a whole, right? Of people getting you into their community, and understand what I mean. I don't mean a shared community where they're the mayor. I don't think we need leadership in these things. I don't think we need a manager. Like, we can have a vision. We can have a visionary person who's like, "Yo, what about this?" But if I'm required to hashtag your name on my stuff,
I already know where you.
No, don't say that. You don't know nothing, because I didn't say nobody about nothing. I said what I said, and I promised one thing: I ain't gonna say nobody's names. I'll point out behaviors.
Right. But that's what and those who know. Okay. But yeah, no. Definitely don't want a manager. Now, I'll be honest with you. In a community, there really shouldn't be. I don't, what I'm saying? Like, if it's a community, my community, I don't want a leader. I don't want a leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like this ain't a government. This ain't a bureaucracy. It is a bureaucracy. It's everybody gets a vote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has as much influence as the next. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're putting out content or whether you're just watching it.
Yo, Jubilation and Overture layered is expensive. You smell like expensive, fam.
Yeah. You spraying a little too pricey to be in my community, Nate.
You've priced yourself out already.
But yeah, man. No, look. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. For me, I just feel like, man, community has to be more about a goal.
You see that? Come on. You see that right there? I don't know. On mine, I see I'm pointing the comment. I don't know where it goes on your. That's like one of the fundamental parts of community. It's unspoken things that happen organically, right? Somebody in the community who's part of what happens here, and it clearly comes in whenever you're on, looks around and says, "Yo, there's 25 of us in here, 19 lights." It's a call to action to a certain degree, but there's no manager. It's like it's an acknowledgement, like, "Yo, we're all here rocking out. Nobody else can show love." It's an automatic thing to defend the thing you represent. Clearly, this individual right here feels a connection to this community. It's like, "Yo, we can do better than this community. We're all here together. Can we all show love?" That's it. Like, there was no written contract. There's no requirement to say that. Nobody had to cut their hand and shake. And it was just, you show up, you appreciate it, and you add to that right there. It doesn't say that in definition, but I'll be damned if that's not the pillar. If that's not one of the pillars, that sense of ownership where you want to, not the sense of I own you, the sense of I'm a stakeholder in this community. I want to make it better for those reasons.
Right. I feel you on that. Yeah, everybody should be in here. When we catch each other live, there should be at least one or two people that are gonna note that. You know what I'm saying? And whether you're a moderator or not, thank God for Charm, because I think he is a moderator. But thank you for him and others pointing that out. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm glad you pointed that out, because
hold on. Give me 1 second.
I don't have Charm as a moderator, man. And shout out to Charm City, man. Haven't seen him behind the mic or behind the camera in a minute, but hopefully we'll get him back up here, man. Hopefully we'll get him back on the tube, boy. Oh, my man pouring up. All right. Yeah, it sounds like I'm gonna need to go ahead and pour me another one, man. But yeah, like we were saying, y'all, right now we're just talking about community, man. What is it? What is FragCom? I think that's the real topic that we're on right now. What is FragCom and where is it right now? You know what I'm saying? Look, a lot of people have different definitions for what it is. Some people have a certain definition for, or at least they have a certain thought for where we are as a whole too. Mm-hmm. But I think the thing, let's talk about where FragCom is. FragCom now is I think it is becoming less and less of a community of hobbyists and more of a community of people trying to make money, opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. It's it's not done, but it is shifting, and that's where I think there's a lot of kickback between some of the older folks. When I say older, not a certain age range, but just who have been here earlier, and they're like, "Yo, it doesn't feel like what it used to feel like anymore. It feels like there's a lot of business coming into it. Look, Fragcom on the business side of things is more lucrative than ever. It's being way more linked to higher fashion, and there's just so much space for financial gain, especially with the TikToks, and all these little shops. There's so much opportunity, and I will say this: I'm not against anybody making money in this because there's money to be made, and it's not right for only one side of it to make the money. It shouldn't
Right.
just be them, and we can't. But if you're just luring people in to get fans who will turn into money for you, then that's why we're never gonna link. That's why we're never gonna match. That's why you and I are never gonna have a real conversation. If that's all it is to you, it's different because I know a lot of us um, have been offered things that would have been more financially sound than some of the things we currently do, but we believe in what we do. That some of them are not financial at all. Like, it's just dope to be part of. And I know that for a fact, for 100% fact, that there's other lucrative options that could have been taken, and but you feel like you're giving up yourself. How much of your soul you're gonna just sell away for what you started as a hobby? This is still a hobby for me. I love it, which is why I don't mind if this is not where my money comes from. Checks come in, thank God, but this is not where I pay my bills. That's just the result of you put in the work, then people recognize you.
Okay.
But this it's not a money thing.
I got you. I got you. Okay. First off, let me go ahead and point this out. Shay, yes, I am going to well, I'm going to Houston. I'm still deciding if I'm going to FragCon. Them tickets are ticketing, okay? And I think I'm gonna have to leave on Sunday, so I think I might have to work on Friday. I gotta see, but I might be able to go for both days, or I might be able to take off Monday or whatnot, because I think Dez and them are gonna do something Sunday evening or whatnot. So I might have to go ahead and drive back to Dallas on Monday and recoup a little bit, you know. But there's a Southern Sea Odds, he stays down there. So if I do go, I'll probably go like Friday night, end up Saturday and Sunday, and go from there. So we'll see. But I will be in Houston for sure. I will be in
That's dope.
Houston, butter baby. So yeah. All right. Now, Dutch has a point here. He said, no, you said that wrong, of course. Of course. All right. He said it's less enthusiast. Well, I know he meant enthusiast. All
No,
right.
you said that wrong, Dutch.
Yeah, you spelled that wrong.
You
All
spelled
right.
that wrong. No, but no. But yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Yeah. And he said there are more hype
and
beasts.
on the head with the sneaker community thing, because that's pretty damn accurate.
It's very scary accurate. You know what I'm saying? It is
Yeah.
scary accurate. Now here's the difference that I see in Fragcom and the SneakerCom is that when we talk about hype beasts and sneakers, we're talking about the people that typically buy it because it's new, buy it because it's overhyped, or buy it because it's limited, and then try and resell it. It's the hype beast is not the part that killed the sneaker community. The part that killed the sneaker community was the resale. When so many younger people, because every time I looked up and I missed a purchase or whatnot. Every time I looked up, I was buying it not from a guy our age, not from a 30-year-old. I was buying it from some kid that's 25, 26.
Yeah.
A bunch of apps on there that they just buy up every time Nike has a drop.
Yep. Yeah. But I mean, that problem is related though. Even though you said that, it's related because a lot of those sellers are the hype. They're the ones hyping it up. They're creating an artificial, hyped up concept so that you're on it because they've already invested in it. You think they're gonna invest in something they don't know is hype? They're putting their money into something and then they're hyping it up. It's just like stocks. It's you hype up your brand or the thing you're gonna make money off of, so that people go buy it. That's why a bunch of them look. The pandas didn't get love because the people who are supposed to hype it didn't buy into it, because they're like, they didn't invest money into it. The store stood with them. They didn't want to resell and they didn't get hype. If somebody wanted to resell those, they would have jumped on it, bought them out, and then created that artificial hype. They didn't like it. They didn't want to resell it. It never got hype, and they stood in the stores. You can probably go get some panda dunks right now.
Well, wait. I hear you, and part of that is true, but part of it also, I know for a fact from a guy that works at Nike in Oregon. All right, did an intern there. The pandas were selling so well, and I talked to him about something. He didn't confirm it. I can't say I confirm. Bro, when I tell you pandas were selling hand over foot, even when they made them unlimited on the app, pandas on the app are selling like white Air Forces back in the mid 2000s to the mid 2010s. All right, people are buying pandas left and right overseas, here in America. I mean, it is a universal thing, whether you're black, Hispanic, or whatnot. You
now,
look at,
maybe now,
when they were first coming out and they were limited, the demand was real. The demand was real because even after they started making them accessible, which was what, 4 or 5 years ago? Well, no, 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, when they put it on the app. When they put it on the app and you could get them whenever, even to this day, they sell. They sell like hotcakes.
So that's interesting. They sell, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But still, they get hate online.
That's crazy.
They get hate online. But again, who's the ones hating on it? The voices, the one that can make money. Since they're on the app, that makes perfect sense. If it's on the app and you can get it forever now, the resellers can't make money. So they're talking nonsense about it because they can't win. And that's going back to Frat Comp. That's where it's going. If I can't make money off of a post, I'm not going to do it. If a house sends me, and this bugged me too. If a house sends me this, they didn't. But if a house sends me this, I'm like, this is great. You want to leave a comment about it, or how much? For how much? Well, we sent you the fragrance, but if you want to leave a comment, like, please, well, I would, but other brands are, bro. They just ask you what you thought about it. Like your opinion is that valuable. Like that's what we've gotten. That we're like, I can't even give my opinion. I won't tell people how much I like this because you're not paying me to. Okay.
Okay, let me say this, and that brings up a good transition point along with what Beardson put up here. All right, now Beardson said Fragcom is almost like a false prophecy. They follow whoever they think is telling the truth and has takes that align with them, right? And the second part of that is what you're supposed to do, the truth and whoever aligns with them, right? But they follow whoever they think is telling the truth is also a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, they think it's telling the truth whether they are or not. Now, aligning with somebody that has taste that's similar to yours, that should be, that should be evident. That should be what you do. If this dude likes his fragrance, you smell it, it smells good, guess what? That's 1 out of 1. The more he reviews stuff that you like, then you are aligning yourself with him because you can get with his takes, right? That's supposed to be what you do. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, I did that with Bowtie, with Kevin Samuels, with half of his. You know what I'm saying? I did it with several people. You know what I'm saying? I even did it with yours in the early days.
Kevin Samuels earlier on.
Yeah,
I was on Equality Fragrance. I used to watch stuff when he was still on the couch.
Triple B, Neeb. I mean, if we align with those tastes, right?
But things shift. In people's
lives. Let me go ahead and transition. So I think it's safe to say, and this is one of the things that people talk about, but they beat around the bush with the words. Before, it used to be a reviewing community.
Yeah.
Now, it's an influencing community.
It's an advertising agency.
But
we've become
we don't have. But let's be honest, we don't really have reviewers. We don't have a lot of reviewers.
Not a lot, no.
And this is not a knock on anybody who's giving their reviews. You know what I'm saying? when we say reviewers, there are people that are intimate with getting to know the fragrance on skin
Yeah.
and everything else. They're doing intimate breakdowns. And it's not to say that people aren't out there doing good quickies, you know what I'm saying? Or good shorts. It's not to say that they're not, but it's just that before nobody was really looking for a 1 to 2 minute video about a
TikTok
fragrance.
changed that. It's TikTok's fault though. That's a TikTok created problem because people's time, like the span for information got shorter and shorter because of how TikTok provides it. So like I'll say personally, if you go to my original content where I have reviews of like 8, 9, 10 minutes, and I saw as the TikTok era started coming, less views because people be like 10 minutes. I don't got in 10 minutes. I can go to TikTok and get 30 different quick reviews. I'm only hearing one opinion on one fragrance on YouTube. So I'd rather go to TikTok. And that shorter time span thing is what got me making shorter. I'm like, no one's going to stick around for the whole 20. Have you gone back and look at the metrics on YouTube? How long people stay?
Well, let me say this. I know people are quick to blame TikTok, but you know who primed us for TikTok?
IG with Reels?
You damn right. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, let's be honest, Rico. Let's be honest. 5 years ago, first in there, hey, people were taking their time doing a lot of lives to talk about fragrances. They were just
live
more
was the thing.
showing bottles. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Over the past few years, even before TikTok jumped over, I couldn't tell the difference between TikTok. I mean, they only had maybe a minute less. I couldn't tell the difference between TikTok and IG, to be honest with you. Could you really?
I know
mean,
the difference. I could tell the difference, and the difference is this.
No, difference in the reviews or difference in the reviewers? Because there's a difference.
The difference, and the difference was the brands went to TikTok and not IG. When the brands went to TikTok, everybody was like, whatever. You know, I don't know if people know this, and but when we went to HD rather than Blu-ray, that was market dependent, and very little known fact, I think. They said, what are pornographic companies using? And they said they use the HD, and they're like, get rid of Blu-ray because people are gonna buy what they're using. So if that's the standard, we'll use what the porn industry is using. And brands went with HD. You can Google, that's a fact. You go with what's most profitable across all spectrum, and then you kind of centralize that. The brand said we're gonna go to TikTok, and people said we're following the brands on TikTok, and if their platform creates shorter reels, and we can make money with the brands, they're gonna go make money with the brands.
And I get it. Now I got to go back up here to my sister Simone. She posed a good question. Not this one right here. There was one above it. There it is. So she said, I'm very curious why it matters so much, whether it's a hobby for some or a business to others.
Well, that's a good question, and that goes together with the. Can you go back one? Because I'm telling you, both questions go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, no. That's the first one. I'm gonna get to the second one. Okay, question. And what's the difference between advertising and hype? Because
those two questions have a similar answer. Because the advertisers, it's a business, and the hobbyists are hyping because they really look. You see these right here? I've never met, never will, got any interaction with Carolina Herrera. I'm missing like 3 from this collection, and one of them is the brand new one, right? Why? Because I love it. When people ask me, like, yo, this house is crazy, I hype it up because it was real for me. I'll never make $1 out of it. But if they reach out to me and I'm making money up, and all of a sudden I start talking about them way more so that you can buy this stuff and my link gets me, well, it's more of a business play now, right? And now I'm advertising for a brand that is lucrative for me. I don't think the advertisement is wrong. Don't call your advertisement a review. Don't be sent a script and a whatever, like $5,000 check with notes you have to say, and say it that way, and say, this is my honest review. Honestly, you just got paid to say that, and say that. And I got it. You're repeating the thing they told you. I'm not mad at that if you tell me up front.
Well, let me say this, because if I'm reading it right, according to, because I talked to Simone and whatnot, she's wondering. I think she understands the fact that there could be some misleading information based behind the financial residuals or financial receiving payments. Okay, let's
Yeah.
just put it like that. All right.
Payola.
What she's asking is, there's been times where it's been like that. She's asking, why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? If you're reviewing what you like and you're in the community and whatnot, she's asking, why does it matter?
Okay, I'll tell you why it
Because
matters.
because
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 we
I
know
think that's
people.
why she asked. I think that's why she asked for clarification between
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. And
advertisement
you know people.
and personal hype. Okay.
You know people, and I've known people too, because I know we all know at least one person who has been financially compensated well for saying something about a fragrance they didn't really believe, and that's why it's a problem. Because people actually come here because they trust somebody, and I'm going to use that trust you have for me to financially benefit me. I'm gonna get you to buy a fragrance you may not like, because every time you buy it with my code, I make money. I have codes for Hez. I have codes for Nazar. I have codes for Giuseppe. I have code for Tomovici. I'm not on here constantly pushing codes and everyone is my favorite fragrance. When I wear one that day and I'm like, oh, I wore Royal Paradise from Nazar. Yep, Aventus and Baccarat blend. Nothing original, same old. I like the way it smells. That's what I wore today because I actually bought that.
Yeah.
This is my discount code. But I'm not just doing a catalog of every discount code. You can go through all my reviews right now and see how many times I actually post my codes. I talk about it when it's relevant. Otherwise, I'm not trying to get people to buy things. I'm just sharing
But
what I
let me
like.
ask you this, Rico. I got to play devil's advocate. So with that being said,
Yep.
how do we know that you really buy it? You know what I'm
No, you
saying?
don't.
Because
No, you
because
don't.
because other people, there are people that are incentivized or
Oh! I know the answer to that. I know
you
the
know what I'm
answer to
saying?
that.
Because there are
You
people
know
that
how?
are out there and they have a set of requirements where they are supposed to post so many times and whatnot regarding it, whether they like it or not,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the expectation is given based on the fact that they receive certain fragrances and whatnot. So
Yeah.
how are
You
we
know
able
how?
to tell?
So, and you've seen me on TikTok a couple of times on these late nights when I drink and start going crazy. One of my favorite things over there to say is, I don't take money from nobody. I can say whatever I want about anybody. Ask them. Name one house that pays me to say anything. So I can say whatever. This is why, because I'm not one of these people who's getting paid right now and can't say nothing about. I can say anything about any house I want. No, I'm on nobody's payroll. Nobody, and even the
Okay.
brands that I do business with, it's business in a different capacity. I'm sure people assume that the reviewing part. I don't make money. When I work with brands, it's in a totally different capacity. I do a different thing for brands. This is not the space I do that in. This is my passion space. So no brand in the world can ever claim I got sent anything with an expectation to say a certain thing, and I've never got sent on paycheck for saying a thing. I get paid in different ways, but being misleading is not one of them. And I can say that, and everybody can. That's a fact.
All right.
That's
All
what it
right.
is.
All
Oh,
right.
and
All right.
secondarily, if you're wondering, I don't like to say this, but I think it's required for that particular question. Is like, I'm a humble dude to when I need to, but I'm not broke. I don't, I don't need bottles sent to me at all. And like, I'll take them when it's the ones I like. But one thing I don't need is free anything. That's not the life I live.
Okay.
Humbly,
So
respectfully.
let me ask you this. So do you think that everybody who who enjoys fragrance, like do you think that all the people that review dupes, all the people that review the lower level designers or designers, do you feel that if they have a code or if they're getting it from someone, do you feel that they've been compromised? Do you feel that they're shields because they're making money from it?
No, no, I don't.
Okay, you
Hold on,
disappeared,
hold on.
Rico. Okay,
Am I back?
not yet. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. All
Okay.
right.
Hold on. I just realized I didn't put don't disturb. Focus. Don't
Ah, okay.
disturb. Okay. Okay.
All right.
No, no. I don't think that that's a sign of compromise. Everybody can be like it can be like something in the water and everybody and we're all. I don't think that's an automatic sign, but I think one sign is that if you're watching somebody consistently, if you can count on two hands already in a week how many of the reviews are related to a financial gain versus just an opinion that you like. I used to post something every day before work. It was just what I had. This is my scent of the day. I gained nothing. I'm just telling you what I wore today. This is what it smelled like. This is why I wore it. Again, if it happened to be a Tomovici, I might leave my code. If it happened to be a Hez, I might leave because that's what I wore. But then if it's a Carolina Herrera who's never shot at me and never will, it is what it is. Juice box had nothing good to say about me, but I like their stuff. But this year is definitely not checking for Rico. But I like what they got, so I say it. I gained nothing from that, but I wore it. It's just an honest fact. It is
Well,
what it
let me
is. I
ask
don't
you
have
this. Would you, so what you're telling me, what it sounds like, and I kind of agree too. What you're telling me is that the one of the key ways, not necessarily that it's going to be 100%, but one of the key ways that you can tell if someone's being more so genuine than others is if they're reviewing stuff that they didn't necessarily get in PR.
I mean, that's always a good sign. That's always a good. It's not, again. It's not the rule
It's not
because here's the thing.
100% right.
Yeah, because here's the thing. You got and even I, like, as much kickback as I give certain people, right? Like I have to be aware of this. Once you become, check for somebody who's more of a brand than a person, right? So once you become a
That's a
brand,
good ass statement. Hey, say it again, man.
yeah,
That's
check.
hey.
Yeah, hey, you know what I just
Say
realized?
it
Al,
again.
if I'm bugging,
Wait. Say it again, Rico. That was a
check
bar,
for
bro.
people who are more of a brand than a person. They're a brand. They're a monetizing mechanism. And that's okay if you're letting people know you're that. Look, if I tell you who I am and you still mess with me, shame on you. I told you. I'm a brand, bro. I'm here for the money. There's people who are like that. Listen, there's athletes getting into space right now. There's athletes getting into space right now who want to talk about perfume now. That person they've entered the space as a brand. You think people are not going to send them stuff off the bat? Just like,
Yeah, right. They gonna
oh,
see
you
this
played
stuff.
export for. If you're gonna talk about stuff, talk about these. Cool, they got free content.
Boom.
Free content is not a problem to me. Free content is not just because you got a bottle, talk about it. Be honest about it. How do you feel about it? Or do what I do. I know, and there's probably brands right now. If they watch the stuff, they'll know. I've gotten sent stuff, and I told people, listen, I don't talk negatively about fragrances. Well, that's fake. It's not fake. I don't talk positively about it. I don't talk about the fragrances I don't like. If you send me 5 fragrances and I like 2, I'll talk about the 2. I'm telling you up front, if you need me to talk about the last 3, it's not going to be good. So for that reason, I'm not going to. Are you pressing the issue? I'll talk bad about it. No, don't talk about it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't talk bad. I don't come on here to talk bad. There's enough negative energy going on outside.
Okay.
Somebody else is going to shit on their product. I don't need to.
All right. Now let me get to this. All right. Now let me ask you this. Although there is obvious headbutting and whatnot and disagreements that come along with it, whether it be outspoken or internal, right? Because let's be honest, there's people that we around. We won't say it to them, but we'd be like, Answer me this. Do you think that there can be a community that includes influencers and reviewers?
Yeah.
I asked that, you know?
Transparent interview, because I know some people who get paid for stuff, but when they do, they say it. They say, here's my discount code. They sent me this thing. Cool. They sent you this. You have a discount code. You're saying all the stuff. You're predicating all of this by, this is how I got here. This is my relationship with the brand. Now I'm going to tell you about this thing. If you trust that person enough, then, I mean, again, so if people who know myself know that I don't do bad reviews, right? I only talk about the ones I like. And I say this person sent this to me, that probably means 3 other fragrances came with it. This is the one I talked about. That I can only do so much. Like, what else do you want me to do? Also show you the ones I didn't like. Be like, see, I'm being honest. I would have shed on these, but I like this one. Like, you again, somebody put, you got to be discerning. You do. At a certain point, no matter what Gems and I say here tonight, you're gonna have to go out there as an adult and ask yourself, like, am I being suckered by these people, or is it honest? And the reality is that there's so much business being pumped into FratCon right now, the larger that it is kind of hard to know. So at a certain point, you do 2 things. You find the group you feel comfortable with, and you buy samples. I don't know what you buy the samples. You
There
know,
you go.
I always felt that reviews were my way of not having to buy samples. Honestly, I thought that if I listened to Red Lessons, Cubano, Equality Fragrance, and the dude who used to stop the people in the street, Street Sense with he's an Italian dude from New York. Back, he was one of the OGs. He don't even do reviews no more. But that Al from Street Sense, if he said it's dope, I'm gonna go try it now. I knew the reviewers I trusted, and I mentioned a couple of names that aren't really buzzing the most right now across platforms, but they were super heavy net then, and they've kind of slowed down. I think they've fallen out of love with how the community's changed. It's not what they started. These dudes really did start a lot of it, and it slipped out of their hands. They have no control of it, and I think that can be disappointing to be like, I was fundamental in the growth of certain communities, and now my voice is a joke. And they'd rather listen to somebody, huh?
But here's the thing, and let me touch on that before I get on to the next one. All right, they say it grew out of their control, but at the same time, why are you trying to control the community? Isn't the community supposed to grow? And it's supposed to bloom? I mean, what is the point in having a community if you're controlling it, if you're controlling its growth and whatnot?
Keeping it neat.
It sounds like a fan base.
Keeping it neat is what I mean. Like what are you doing with the product, with the final product? I'll give you hopefully everybody here is over 30 or something. So you don't feel terrible about what I'm gonna say. But a few years ago, I don't know how many it was, there was this concept introduced into hip hop, right? Mumble rap.
Oh my god.
And okay, you see what you did? You see what you did? The flag bearers were like, no, go do that somewhere else. Don't hyphenate what we're doing. You're changing our thing. Was that them controlling, or them saying you're watering down the product that you think LL was cool and Marvel mouth rapping? We created a thing that was based on a thing, and now you're doing a different thing and calling it the same thing.
Well, here's the thing. It's a little different because everything has context when it comes around me, right? I don't say that because of mumble rap, because trust me, I was over there jamming Migos harder than most, okay? Harder than the younger kids at times. All right, let's just be honest. I knew Bad and Bougie from beginning to end.
But you know the words? I didn't have there was words in that song?
Bro, I knew the words in the ad libs. Yes, don't try me. Rico. I was literally rapping Waka Flocka from beginning to end. Young Lay, all that shit. Okay. So that's why I say, hey bro, it was a time.
Okay, you know what? You're right. I'm not gonna judge another man's play.
It was a time. Trust me. Hey, it was a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, and not a lot of focusing. All right. And so it made it easy to know a lot of that stuff. Okay. Trust me. All right. Just believe me. All right.
I got you, man.
There were certain artists where it was just like, okay, we got to get it. Gucci Mane, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I'm not talking about Gucci Mane that you can understand his words. Now I'm talking about So I Said, the one where he used to rap and have slobber in his mouth.
The one they think never came back out of jail, and the new one, the clone.
Yeah, the one that popped them two dudes for breaking into his house. Not him. I'm talking about I'm talking about the one that wasn't reformed. Okay, I'm talking about the one that was still sounded like he was doing chicken talk, literally. Okay.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
I remember Gucci before he went in, and I saw the new Gucci who can pronunciate and enunciate correctly.
You know what I'm saying?
With good teeth and abs and muscles. But he went in like this fat dude with weird gold teeth and
and eyes low and yellow. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I was on that. You know what I'm saying? I was on that. And you know, your boy was over there. It was so ignorant at times. Your boy was over there screaming at OJ the Juice Man. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
you know what?
It was an interesting time. It was an interesting time.
Dude from the South, and that makes it geographical. I get it.
And we was
I was on a different path. I was on a Fabulous, Jada. Like,
yeah. Now you're the country cousins of New York. We just country.
Yeah.
Y'all are country cousins of New York. So it trickles down, or at least it's passed on to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are up north.
And you know, it's crazy because I joined the army, so I came to North Carolina. And then all of a sudden, I see this North Carolina kid buzzing in New York with J. Cole, who actually is from Fayetteville. where I currently, you got we are a tiny little town here. You got this kid from here who went to New York, went to college, and became, well, he became the joke of Kendrick Lamar and Drake's joke.
He didn't become no joke. He didn't become no joke.
Bro, that
He
was
played.
terrible.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He played it smart. He played it smart because if you really want to know, his album did pretty damn good to say that.
The fall off. No. The fall off. I don't think their beef affected his career, but he looked weird in it. He looked weird in it. The fact that he interjected himself, the fact that he stepped back. One thing I'm not gonna do is walk nothing back. I'm just not walking it back. You wrote that. That meant you felt it. He's a lyricist. You felt what you said, and then you said, "Nah, I don't feel that no more." Yeah, you do.
Well, here's the thing. And we'll end it quickly, but I'll put it like this. I definitely feel what you did, but when I heard it and I read it, because I had to write it down on paper. I had to read it and write it down, right? Bro, I didn't feel like he was declaring himself necessarily on top of the hill alone. He said some stuff, but I think at the time, you know what, in rap and in a lot of hobbies, you have to be arrogant, even if
especially rap, more than anything else, rap.
You have to come in with a sense of arrogance. You know what I'm saying? Even in this reviewing committee, you have to have a level of arrogance, not necessarily to say that you're the best like they do in rap, but to say that you're up there. And the only way to show arrogance is to dominate some of the people on top. And so I think that's what it was. It was not a shot to say, I don't want any beef. It was just a moment of, all right, now, I can be up here if I want to. I don't get that it was one of those things where he was just like kicking everybody off at the top of it. Because I don't feel like he's that type of dude. I think he's
talented enough that he could have hung with both, and he chose to step himself out. But my problem was this.
Yeah.
He said, ultimately, his way came out to me. What he tried to push out was, I stepped back to preserve relationships. And I respect that. But here's the thing. I felt that publicly, neither side was friends with him after anyway. Kendrick looked at him like a chump, and Drake looked at him like he left me stranded. So you didn't preserve either one of the relationship. It doesn't look like it. Maybe behind the scenes they still talk, but on the outward, because he said we're the big three, and Kendrick said F the big three, it's just big me. Like, you're not on my level either. He's not, and you're not. So
but here's the thing.
A bar at you. That's already a bar at you. That was your bar.
But here's the thing. Your bar. But Rico, we've seen people go at each other and it not be a personal thing. It's a rap thing. You know what I mean? We've seen people
didn't make it seem like that. Kendrick makes it real personal. I'm just saying. Look, all I'm saying is this.
Wait. I gotta ask this real quick. How do you not? Do you remember when Nas ethered Jay-Z?
I'm with it, and nobody.
What happened? What happened less than a year later? Or no, it was about a year later. It was like right at a year. What happened? They revealed that him and Jay-Z were still talking, and didn't he sign him to Def Jam?
Nah, that was more than a year, bro.
Was it more than a year?
No, but there was space. That shit had to breathe. That was what. Ether?
Was it that long?
He got ether, bro. We're talking about that probably like 6 years. It took time. You know how long it was?
Was it that long? Was it that long?
Time. Yeah.
Dang. You know what?
Think about this. You know what we never talk about? We never talk about Super Ugly.
That shit was trash. It was okay, but that shit was trash.
It doesn't matter if it was trash. What did he say? And was it factual? And it was all factual. And that's why it stung. And that's why he said, I was in your Bentley Jeep, throwing rubbers in the baby. I was in your Bentley seat, throwing rubbers in your baby seats.
Yeah.
Not this time. Come, like, bro, the love is gone. The glove is off. It's whatever, whenever. Bro, Jay-Z was disgusting in that song. From the first verse, from the first bar to the last, it was just so disrespectful. There was no coming back from that at the time because those dudes were too into it. It took time for that. Jay-Z said, my mother heard it on Hot 97 and called me. She met Nas before. She called me and said, I'm disappointed in you. Jay said, I called the radio station and said, pull it back. That's not a song anymore. is no longer take super ugly doesn't get played anymore. He said in my entire career I've talked about killing, stabbing, all these women like terrible behaviors towards women. My mom never called me. She called me and said she was disappointed.
Okay. Hey, real quick.
That's how personal it got. Nah,
okay. No, but it's always personal. Rap beef is always personal. It ain't real if it ain't personal. I mean, I don't know. It's weak if it ain't personal. It's like, why did you even jump in here? Look at Pusha T. I mean, you gotta strike blows or else it's weak. But check this out. So it does say Walker was actually saying legible. Man, I don't know.
I'll give him that. It was really basic. It's like
it was hella basic, but
in the store. Like that.
Bro,
those syllable breakdowns are elementary school stuff.
Bro, let's be honest though. Was he even rapping sometimes? This ain't had a song called "Let That Gun Sound." He did more. Come on now,
bro. His ad libs
may not have been mumbling, but that shit.
Rico
that shit
loves uses ad libs in a song that he's not even on. Like, Walker's hilarious, bro. Like, imagine that your ad libs are so entertaining that Rico was like, "Let me keep the bow, bow, bow."
Okay.
And Walker didn't. Walker didn't do it,
bro. That was the wildest time. That was the wildest time in rap. That was the wildest time.
Yo, go back one now. Hold on. This is funny. Go, Clark. Yo, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. And it's about
not
principle.
South Park Mall.
It's a principle of a thing, and it's this: if I'm right, don't treat me like I'm wrong, and if you treat me like I'm wrong, we got to get kicked out now. We got to get kicked out because this ain't gonna end well. I'm a pressure all. You know what? I'm so glad that when I say certain things, like people are be like, nah, he talks. Clark saw in the moment when I was like, no, bro, what's right is right. It's not about being tough guy. It's about what's right is right. I'm not walking back right. I'm not walking back right. I'm standing on right. I'm right. You're wrong, and you're using whatever you're using. I'm standing on that. I'm right.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I get emotional, like Carl.
Look at that! It was a decade.
It was a decade. That's why I was like, damn, it was that long. I'm over here looking it up. When did Ether come out? Yeah, it was a decade,
bro. Yeah, that was personal. That had baby moms involved, bro.
Jesus,
it kind of hurt. I'm your baby mom's favorite rapper. Sheesh.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, getting personal. Why are you taking a beef if you're not gonna get personal? That's the question, because one of them is gonna drop personal things. You know what I'm saying? Most people ain't gonna beef with you if they ain't got personal knowledge of you. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get involved in the activity if you're scared of anything. If you're scared, go to church, buy a dog. I don't know. It's not for you. Stay clear of confrontation if that kind of thing bothers you. So the Mount Rushmore of lyricism has changed from Eminem, 3 Stacks, Nas, and Rock. Okay, Eminem. Listen, I'm gonna say one thing. You're not gonna diss Eminem. Too many people try to come at that boy.
I'm still taking him off.
He's there.
I'm still taking him off. I'm still taking him.
Yo, he's rapping circles around the industry. Stop it. His complexion has nothing to do with his abilities.
I'm still taking him off.
He's better, and it sucks. But just get better then.
Hey, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. It's only 4 heads up there. It's only 4 heads up there.
I get it.
I'm sorry.
I get it.
You got to go on mine. Go ahead, though. Andre.
3 Stacks
Andre representing for the South.
He's the biggest, the most lyrical.
Yeah.
I don't want to. But 3 Stacks days.
Yeah. Nas is definitely staying. I don't give a shit.
Here's the thing, right? Because we have Nas and Rakim. Do they both get to stay?
I'm letting Rakim go.
We can't throw one West Coaster?
I'm letting Rakim go.
We can't. Okay, I'll keep Rakim. I'm willing to move Nas for Scarface. I'm willing to move Nas.
I love Scarface, but you know what? If I were to go with Scarface, you know who I'd also have to do? Well, no, you know what? Because Scarface's body of work is better than CeeLo. So yeah, I go Scarface. Yeah, because if CeeLo had put out one more album where he was just rapping lyrically, Yeah,
I
but
think
he
he would
went
have had to do
into
like
Danger
two.
Mouse.
He would
Yeah,
have
when
had
he
to do
went
two more
Danger Mouse,
albums.
he went down a whole nother. He went down a whole
He's too
nother.
talented. I'm not mad at him. He was too talented. He was too
Yeah,
talented to box on.
but
Like
but I'm going
he had
three
more.
stacks. Nas.
I'm gonna say
Um,
Rakim, and I'm gonna. And, oh, you still? Yeah. Wait, what's yours?
no. You say Rakim and what else?
I'm saying Eminem. I'm saying Stacks. I'm saying Rakim, and I'll say Face. I think Face for because I
You're
want to
gonna
get
put
the
Face.
best from regions.
You gonna put Face Mob in there instead of Nas?
Yeah,
Man.
not listen, because Nas grew up on Face. Yeah, for sure. Now
All
you're
right,
not gonna. I'm not you. I'm looking at your legend's legend, and Nas looked up to Face. So yeah, I'll take Face.
all right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go three stacks. Nas.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Tupac. He gonna represent the West, even though he's from the East. All right, gotta go Tupac. I don't care. I don't care. All right. And for my fourth, man,
Yo, nostalgia makes us weird. I'm gonna tell you that. Nostalgia
yeah,
makes us weird about okay. And who else?
yeah. You know what? I respect Rakim's body of work. I do. It just wasn't my time. Even when I hear it now, it's great lyrically for the decade the time that
No. I'm gonna say this. If you listen to it, I promise anybody listening to this, whoever's still on with us, if you go listen to Rakim right now, he changed rap. He did.
I
He
don't doubt
added
it.
multi syllable bars to rap. Before Rakim, it was I went to the store, I opened the door, I fell on the floor. The shit get. He
I said
added.
a hip, hop, hippie to the hip and the hip, hopping you don't
He
stop, or
made
rocking
rap
to the bang
complicated.
bang
That's
boogie.
one of the
Say,
dudes that made Eminem good. Nah, rock. But okay, you're taking an actual lyricist who created lyricism off the list. That makes sense. Let's take him off. Who you got? I told you on the phone, bro. I'm a student of hip hop. I'm not a student of music.
I get it. I'm not arguing you. But you know what? Much like Fradcom,
We got different opinions. So
it's
where's your?
subjective. You know what I'm
So let
saying?
me hear your
It's
list.
subjective.
Let me hear you. So
It's
you got
subjective because
Stacks. You
I'm
got
leaving.
Nas.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm leaving off Scarface. I'm
You
leaving
got
off
Stacks.
Scarface.
You got Stacks. You got Nas. Who you got? You got two more.
Oh wait. I got Stacks. I got Nas. I got Pac. All right. I got Pac. Damn.
One of the fat boys? Like what you got? What you got, bro?
Boy, you better stop being funny. Damn, bro.
One of the Beastie Boys?
Damn, dog. You know what? I guess I could put Rakim on there now. I have to. I don't care about regions. Me personally, I don't care about regions. But it's like the next few people I know of that I would recommend or that I would say, they were all influenced by Rakim. Because they East Coasters. You know what I'm saying? Because look, I'm looking at, you know who I was actually going to put up there, to be honest with you? Because I love the way he raps. It's two people, and they were influenced by him. Even though one's from Chi-Town and the other one's from North Carolina / New York. Talib Kweli and Common. Now that's off of preference. That's off of preference for how they put the CD together.
That's a different.
I like.
That's a different conversation, I think, too, because it's like who's better versus who has more influence. Like
yeah, because Rakim has influence, but lyrically, the way that they told the story, the way that they told history in their lyrics, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I literally am tempted to put off. No, Pac had too much of an influence on my life. I would probably put off.
Are we talking about influence?
Well, I'm saying lyrical. Well, see, here's the thing. It's my time. It's what I was able to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So lyrically, and whatever I was listening to at that time, you gotta understand that was big for me because coming from the South, dude, you gotta understand. I was listening to Talib Kweli, to High Tech. I was listening to Most Def during the same time that all my friends and whatnot were still jamming 3-6, Master P. Cash Money, you know what I'm saying? I listened to it too, but bro, I got hooked on it from And One mixtapes, and I heard Most Def. And Talib Kweli Mathematics.
Yeah,
And I was hooked. I was like, yo, this beat, and I
that
also
entire that moment when they was actually putting music out together, Talib or Talib and
Black Star. You talking about Black? Oh wait,
Black
no.
Star.
Black Star, yeah.
Star.
Most Def and the Guru, right? Most Def,
No, Most Def and Talib Kweli. Most Def.
Oh, it was Most Def and Talib Kweli. Hell, I like Black Star too. Black Star, but who was it that Guru Jazzmatazz was with somebody? They were fire.
Guru was in Guru. That's because Guru passed away. Guru Gangstar. Guru was in Gangstar. Gangstar.
But I'm telling you, like that's who I listen to. Me, I came into Rakim late.
Did you have you tried Sci-Hi?
Sci-Hi the Prince, boy, you better stop.
Bro, come on, bro.
I like him, but
this is
I'm
my problem.
good.
This is my problem. How lyrical is he? And he's not ever mentioned in any list. He's more lyrical. If he went bar for bar and his ability, he probably could. If he put anybody in the Mount Rushmore face to face with him to bar up, he'd probably take it with everybody. The Sci-Hi is a different kind of lyrical. Black Thought. He is. Listen.
So is Lupe. But here's the thing. I was tempted to put Lupe up there, but Lupe, as much as I love him, because of he got lyrical. He's still lyrical, but he got kind of whacked out. And the only reason why I didn't put him up there was because from the Midwest, I got to put Common above him.
So you're going off of nostalgia too, and that's the problem. I mean,
it's not nostalgia and experience. These are artists that I still listen to.
Sci-Hi will body most people and anybody's list, but he's not marketable for some reason.
Yeah,
but he's not taking Rakim off. He know better than that. He's not crazy.
It's hard, man.
He's not crazy.
I'm from Texas. All right, I'm from Texas.
I'm gonna need you to get off that T then and get real about some things. Rakim is never off that list, bro. I'm not saying LL. I'm not saying Run DMC.
Hell no, not for me.
But Rakim stays. What's the dude? What's homie name who put Jay on pretty much? Not Jazzo. Kane. Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
I put Kane up there, but even Kane was not messing with Rakim.
No, I wouldn't put Big Daddy Kane over Rakim.
But Kane wasn't playing with Rakim come on, don't do that. Because here's the thing, if we want to throw Cool G's in, now we're talking about we can make a Mount Rushmore of people who nobody knows, who are no longer talked about.
We can say the blackballed
Stacks, Pac, Biggie, and
Rushmore of blackballed artists. Because I'll be honest with you, Talib, when he went full activism, I said active.
Activist.
You know what I'm saying? When Common went full activism, all right. I'll even give you one that was actually pretty damn lyrical, but he fell off because of him becoming an activist. Low key. He ain't better than Scarface, but because of his body of work, but he was getting there. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Not big boy. You know what I'm talking about. God dang, Killer Mike. Killer Mike was on. Hey, Killer Mike was up there until he dropped the mic and started taking up, and you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, he did the right thing, but
come on.
They stopped pumping him.
But listen, somebody's over here defending Andre. If you're such a fan of Andre, you would know that when we said 3 stacks.
That's what we talking about, Sherrod.
That's probably the one artist that we've agreed on 100% was Andre, bro. Yeah, of course, Andre.
He's got to go. He's got to be on there.
Not Andre.
Yeah, he got to represent the South. I'm sorry, he got to represent the South for me. ATL, you know what I'm saying? He got to represent the South.
Okay, let me answer this. You're in Texas, right? This is something I think as a New Yorker, I never could grasp, right? Atlanta, Georgia, this East Coast part of the South kind of calls itself the South rap, right? But then Texas is Texas. Like Texas doesn't call itself West Coast rap. It doesn't call it's Texas. It's Texas. Every other place has a coast. Like it's East Coast, New York, Jersey, Philly rappers. And then even though Florida and Atlanta are on the East Coast, literally on the coast, they're like, no, we're the South. But you're more on the East Coast than the South. And then the people who are really in the South, which is Texas, is kind of just Texas. I don't know that is it part of the mainstream Southern rap. And then you have West Coast, and then you have the Middle East, which is a weird, or the Midwest rather, the Midwest that I never get because you're not the West, and you're not the East, and you're not the middle. You're the Midwest.
Yeah, but hey, check this out real quick, Dutch. We were talking about my guy High Tech. High Tech is from Cincinnati. He's from Ohio. He's an Ohio guy, but he was always around the Chicago people. You know what I'm saying?
High Tech.
He didn't say he's from Chicago, but the man was representing Ohio, was representing Cincinnati.
And everyone who was not from Brooklyn. Everyone. Oh, because
not everyone was from Brooklyn. Rock said, Devin the dude. No, sir. He's good, but no,
we talking about bars, bro. Not boards. Bars.
Yeah. Gangstar. Yeah. Okay, I'm catching.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's back.
See, here's the thing. What Dame said, Lupe and Black Thought are better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Black Thought was cold, but at the same time, I can't.
Black Thought better than Lupe. Black Thought better than Lupe.
No.
Nah, you bugging, bro.
Not to me.
You bugging.
Not to me.
Okay, listen, everybody, right now, when you get a chance, listen, write this down. Go to YouTube and look up Black Thought Funk Flex freestyle. 10 minutes straight. No chorus, no break. Stop it. But when I say he killed freestyle of the year, yeah, Common is good. Common is good. But
yeah.
Black Thought, don't stop it. It's crazy.
Black Thought is cold, yo. All right.
Common
but here's the thing about Black Thought. Here's the problem with Black Thought, y'all. Here's the problem with Black Thought. You can't say Black Thought. You have to say the roots.
No.
How many albums he got?
It doesn't matter.
It does, bro. I'm talking about body of work. Look, in that case,
so that's what you talking about.
If I just wanted to take small samples from songs, I could do CeeLo Green.
We said lyricism. What does lyricism have to? Who's the lyricist? It's Black Thought. It doesn't matter. We're talking about my ability to run circle around other rappers. Look, I didn't want to do this.
Okay.
I know I want to get the race card.
If you're thinking about that,
but are we saying that Big Pun is not? Big Pun was one of the only dudes that Black Thought actually jumped on his album because he was like, "That's how dope this dude is." I want to be on super lyrical. Super lyrical is Pun and Black Thought. Why did he get on that? Because Pun was a machine that only put out crazy bars, but he was also Puerto Rican. So God forbid,
a lot of his bars were good, but they kind of went over a lot of people's heads because
I'm sorry, people don't read. Learn some shit. Learn some shit. Cannabis.
Rico, everybody.
His credit. Cannabis will never get his credit because people was
Cannabis was cold. Cannabis got his credit different way because everybody stopped.
I write blue rhythm rhyme like Nobel Prize time.
Everybody stop listening to Cannabis.
But I'm 99.9%. That means
down
I represent
south
and get deep in thought like philosophers, like a Rolling Stone gathers no more.
Down south, Rico.
And that tossed and flipped and ripped with lyrical brute force.
Rico.
And you Microsoft like, come on, bro.
Rico.
They'll never know. They'll never know.
Rico. A lot of people. See, this is where we talk about, and let's get back to the community conversation. All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hip hop is a big gigantic community. So is Fragcom, right? But within the community, there are communities. All right. And the truth of the matter is that this right here, this conversation, this is part of where Fragcom becomes a problem. Because it also becomes a problem in the music, and I'm glad we had this conversation. Okay?
No, I was gonna say I don't think it's a problem.
Hold on. What I'm saying is this: we're all walking different walks of life through this community that is fragcom and hip hop. See, the thing that people forget is that my experience was different from everybody else that I was around. My people thought I was crazy because I listened to 3-6. They literally thought I worshiped the devil, even though I was popping them after church.
I remember the moment.
I mean, people heard me listen to Umi says "Shine Your Light on the World," and people were like, "What the fuck is that?" I had people literally like, "Hey, I'm not riding with that nigga." You know what I'm saying? I'm not riding with him, okay? Because I don't like what he's listening to, okay? I had people when I played Project Pat, they were like, "Yo, this man's car got me feeling like we about to go rob a 7-Eleven," okay? And when I jammed Wu-Tang, they didn't know because I was banging the hell out of ODB, okay? So my point in this is this. When we sit up there and we talk about like our Mount Rushmore, there's a level of disconnect and frustration because instead of us being fully accepting of the walks of life that people have lived musically and fragrance wise, it becomes a point of conflict. Now we joke around and we can sit up here and say it and laugh, right? But how many other people are able to do that with each other?
And that's the key.
They don't have, but that is the problem, because here's the thing. Whereas you're telling me about your experience growing up out there on the East Coast or whatnot, I'll never fully understand it because I grew up down south and we lived two different lives in music. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I say that, but you know what I'm saying? That's where I say that it's not to argue and say that Rakim isn't better. But when Rakim was rapping on the East Coast, I knew nothing about him. I found out about Rakim.
I get that.
I was in high school, senior year, Rico, 2001. Okay,
I get that.
That's when I first heard my first Rakim. I wasn't watching him. If I saw Rakim pop up on MTV, I changed it because I was looking for Snoop Dogg. For everything but that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So this is where it becomes a point of contention, and this is where it becomes a problem because community has to be of acceptance. And I think that is the biggest thing, that as more people arrive, as more people become active, there is less acceptance in the community than there used to be, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I see you were about to say something.
No, yeah. I was trying to get a message.
No, go ahead.
That's you mix it? That's mix?
No, that's this morning.
Oh, okay.
What up, Nick? What up,
Hey,
Nick?
he said it's Gems.
What up?
Hello. How you doing? Happy Sunday.
What up?
How you doing?
I'm good. Oh, there we go. There we go. We see the arm.
We see the arm.
All right. What's up?
Oh.
All right. What up?
All right.
So we over here having a back and forth banter. Go ahead.
My point was this, right? I think, first of all, even in what you described as what the issue is, I think we just kind of displayed the solution, which was you do have a different view on things, and I have a different view on things, but we just have to and even at certain points, like we might get passionate about our opinion, but I'm not gonna go tomorrow on online and be like, "Yo, Gems is stupid. Don't listen to his content because he's like." All right, like I believe what I believe because of but I understand why I believe it because we're different, which is why some people sometimes you're gonna like dupes more because it's more financially appropriate for you. If anybody if you and I come from a different socioeconomic background where being poor is not new to me, so I don't look at people who have less than and talk crazy. If you are in a position where you feel that somebody who can afford dupes is doing a disservice to themselves when they can't afford something greater, you're crazy. And to attack somebody because of that, it really says a lot about you as a person.
Right.
But what you do with your money is your business. I don't care. Like I've said this for a long time. I don't care if you buy dupes. It doesn't change my life. I wear what I wear. My thing is only this. When you bought a dupe, right, of a fragrance I currently have, and you're like, yo, Rico is stupid for paying $500 because I got a better version of the same thing for $20. And I'm like, I just everything you said sounds weird to me, bro. Like, okay, I'm still cool. you really think that somehow you got a better, like, if that's what you feel, great. But what I didn't do is say you're beneath me because you pay less than me. I pay what I can afford, and you do the same. But you're bothered. It's like if I have a Toyota and they're like, Lamborghini owners are a bunch of morons because I can still get to work in my car. They're not worried about just getting to work. They're probably not going to work. They have a different focus in mind. We buy different bottles because we have different focuses in mind. You like the price point. I like how pretty my bottles look. I'm willing to pay for it. Did my bottle that I bought that looks pretty affect how you pay your rent this month? No. Why are you worried about my money? But then the minute I say, so if you're worried about how much I pay for my expensive bottles, that's okay. But when I start shitting on your cheap bottles, then I'm being elitist. There's no even ground here. It's like I'm damned if I do or I don't. So that's why I don't even entertain those conversations. But say my name. I love that part. Say Rico. Look, if you want my attention, say Rico.
That Beyonce.
I'm shallow enough to entertain that. Say my name, and I'm gonna hit you with it. But Lupe has a what? Whoa, go back one.
Saying your name and telling someone that you're going to hit them with it is wild, crazy on this channel right now, Rico.
Yo, listen.
Sip slow.
I'm going to. I'm going to. I'm not even. I told you I don't walk nothing back. Bring the Vaseline, silly. Although freestyle was a mess.
Look, hey, and shut up. I'm gonna back up. Hold on. They say pun is a lead and whatnot. Let me address this. Killer Calion is a heck of a writer, but here's the thing. It's about to what level? We're talking about Mount Rushmore. Lyricists in Texas was different from lyricists on the East Coast, West Coast, and in other areas of the South.
Bun B's a lyricist.
Bun
B's a lyricist like a lot of dudes are not.
You want to know who else was a lyricist? This was probably my second favorite group of all time, lyrically, honestly. And they only had 2 albums, but that second one that they wrote was off the chain. Field Mob. If they had, if what you call it, the light skinned one had not gotten on dope.
I didn't know how they fell off, but that was they was under.
They were underappreciated. I think they were probably.
No, I mean, Ludacris has signed them, or
they may have. Yeah. They were under Ludacris. Yeah, they were under them.
Extended DDP family, but them boys are nasty, man. Picked the wrong time.
Yeah. Oh wait, what you say? What?
Yo, Trex did have bars.
He did, but
got read by Kate Rhino on his own track. I mean, Jay-Z got murdered by Eminem, and he's still the
you can't. You're not always gonna be on top. You can't stay on top.
Yeah, like in a one-time situation doesn't define an artist's legacy. Because Jay-Z survived and became the richest person in hip hop. So go do the math.
Yeah, I mean, Jay-Z.
Yo, Lady London and Rhapsody are.
Lady London and Rhapsody were
are fire.
Yeah, they are. Rhapsody is phenomenal.
Yo,
especially for a woman.
Female J. Cole.
Lauryn Hill. They don't give her credit.
But Rhapsody's more lyrical.
No, I'm just kind of artist. Well, here's the thing. I wonder where Lauryn Hill would have been, because she's written for other people, but I wonder where she would have been if she had put out another CD.
She was such a, like, her thing was different to me because she was a singer as well. I never looked at her as a true, like, rap lyricist. Like, she was a writer. She was an artistic writer. Like, she was write for a singer, write for a rapper. She was different.
But bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. When she rapped on the Fugees, when she rapped on the Fugees, she was.
Yo, can you tell your boy Jason to take that back?
Hey, no, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna open it up. All right. Now we are going to have a brief discussion
Jason,
about music. Hold on.
Tifa is the best female lyricist, because that's crazy. A pioneer and the best are two different things. Run DMC are pioneers of hip hop. So are the Fat Boys. What are you saying?
Like we gonna take about 30 minutes. We're gonna take about a half an hour, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in here. If you've got, I'm gonna have to time you because we're trying to wrap it up. But if you got something to say about the state of Fragcom and maybe how you would propose to mend some things, and maybe if you just want to go ahead and give us your top 4.
This is gonna last.
No one's gonna
talk about perfume.
Come on up, nah. We got
rapper.
It's gotta be talked about. FragCon. We got to stay on topic, all right, to some degree.
They're not gonna do it, bro. I'm telling you now.
They better. They better, because hey, Rico. One thing that I'm good with is this.
I remember that. Jail, yeah.
I'm good.
I remember that.
I'm good on that. So hey, all right. I'm dropping the line. If you got something to tell us first and foremost about FragCom and a proposed solution, perhaps, and then you can talk about your top 4. All right. We'll give you a few minutes to get up here. All right. Here's the link. Y'all go ahead and hop in, man.
Rock him. NG rap. Change.
Freeway have bars. Freeway have bars. Thing is, Freeway also rambled.
I don't say that sarcastically. I don't know if it was meant as that.
No, Freeway have bars, but he rambled.
His rhyme pattern was weird. Rhyme,
yes.
The way he delivered, because he would do this thing where like the last word of a sentence rhymed with the first word of the next sentence, and then it would. He had a really special pattern that if you heard it and you understood what he was doing, it was so different and dope.
Whole lot of flour and a little bit of taste is all it takes to make the place get hype, get wild. Hey, it was a time, man. It was a time.
Freeway was good. Freeway was so respected until Cassidy, until they went to Hot 97 and they battled, and he wanted a beat, and they were like, "Yo, no beat," and he was like, "We can't get a beat. I can't get a beat."
Yeah,
he got such a high pitch.
Never forget that.
It sounded terrible,
bro.
And they kept playing that video. I can't get a beat.
I can't get it. But they murdered him on that.
Yeah,
look, we lost respect.
Stupid.
Look, people can't even remember that T.I. was supposed to be the hardest man in the South. He was the king of the South until they caught a video of this man getting bust in his mouth by Al Capone from Lil Flip Squad. Bust that man in his mouth, and he ran around that car, and the only person that stepped up was Big Country Kane.
You can't win all your fights either, man. You can't win, and being a bad fighter don't make you a bad rapper. Like, you can't fight. It's okay. You still rap though, right? Like,
yeah. After he picked up his mouth, after he picked up his teeth, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, I'll never forget that. We had that thing on replay. I had it as a screensaver on my computer, Rico, where that man, he said something, Corleone or Al Capone or Corleone, that's who it was. Corleone. Smacked him in his mouth. That man picked himself up and ran around the car. It's a fact. My boy Taisi's in there. He was my roommate. He knows that I had that video as a screensaver on my computer back in the day. 2003, 2002. Yeah.
That's dope. But look at this, right? He survived, right? T.I. became T.I. just is doing his retirement tour right now. Where's the dude that slapped him? But for that matter, where's Flip? He didn't know it at the time, but he was talking about his history with Game Over because the game was over for him. He got nothing. Yeah,
it definitely ended up becoming game over for him, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He's dead and gone.
War ain't worth going into, bro.
No, it's not, man. I dropped the link. I thought maybe Dutch would have came up.
Yo, nobody got nothing. If that's how y'all feel, don't say. But yeah, it was open. Y'all could have said what y'all got to say right now.
Come on up here, Dutch. He said Flip doing shows at CVS.
You know what's crazy? I just heard this recently, and it blew my mind. Right?
Yeah.
For the making of Twins, deep cover, Fat Joe and Pun redid the deep cover, Snoop and Dre.
Mm-hmm.
And in it, Pun has the legendary line that in the middle of little that we know that we riddle.
Yeah, little.
That was a joke. That was him. He would say that out loud, like making fun of like people who trying to be lyrical. That was a joke to him, like because it didn't really say. It does say something, but it was just rhyming on rhymes for the fun of it.
But it was hard.
Joe told him put that in the song, and he was like, "No, it's a joke thing. I'm making fun. And he was like, just do it on the break. When it breaks, just do it in between, and I'll jump in after. And that became what people remember about that song. That one, and the video where they close in on his mouth, he got the grills on, and you see him lipping it. That in the Pun was a savage. One album, he dropped the second one, but he died before it dropped. He was alive for one album. One album he was alive for. Never got to tour the second one.
I kind of felt that. I wasn't like as sad as I was when Pac or some of the other people died, but
now I agree, because I wasn't sad when Biggie died as a pundit, but I think there's a I see myself in an artist area there where I didn't see myself in Biggie, but I saw my culture in Pun.
Oh shit! Man, shout out to you, Rafan. Shout out to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. KRS-One was one too.
No. But that's a deep part.
Man,
the difference between hip hop and rap. Rap is a component of hip hop. Hip hop is all encompassing, and KRS is an ambassador of hip hop, not just rap, not just lyricism.
Yeah, but
when
lyrically,
it comes to the break dance, to the graffiti, to the musical aspect, KRS has a larger view of hip hop.
But I'm saying, like, I forgot how cold KRS-One was, though. That man lyrically too. And I was always in love with the people that could lyrically talk about what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? That's why I loved Talib Kweli. That's why I loved Common. That's why I love Lupe so much. You know what I'm saying? Like Lupe would turn a simple song into something so lyrical. Like, I'll be honest with you, it's Hood Now. You remember It's Hood Now by Lupe, right?
I'm gonna tell you right, I was not a big fan of Lupe.
Oh damn. Okay, I get it. Hey, it is what it is. I love Lupe. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he came in, I loved him because at the time I was still skateboarding. You know what I'm saying? I was hooping and everything. I was everything.
Right. I've never skateboarded in my life. It just didn't appeal to me.
Yeah, when he came out with Kick Push, I fell in love with that song before I had even heard the CD.
Yeah. I remember thinking at the time, especially with the skateboarding thing, like, I'm not the target for this. He cried when the Bad Boys broke up.
Yeah, this dude.
His music really never. And that's why I really felt like, why would you bring up Nas as not like? And I guess somebody said, well, they meant the punchline thing. Lyrical is lyrical. You don't need like lyricism and punchline.
I'm not a punchline guy. I'm not.
I enjoy them. I think punchlines are more of an East Coast thing, which is why it bugged me that Lupe brought it up.
You think punchlines?
East Coast, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, who else is punchlining like that? Like Fabulous is a punchline king. Like everything has to be a punchline. Even Jim Jones is like kind of off touch with what he's doing these days, but he's a punchliner.
Well, Cameron is definitely a punchliner.
Cam is a punchliner. Jewel's punchliner. Most of Dipset is punchliner. Styles P punchliner. Pun was a I think East Coast. I think for East Coast,
Pharaoh Monch was my guy.
Pharaoh Monch was a savage.
Bro, Pharaoh Monch needed more publicity because I'm gonna be honest with you. My life is all I have.
Yo,
my life, my pen, my pen.
He made it on a movie soundtrack for a reason.
Man, bro, look, that's man, that album went hard to me. I hate that.
Pharaoh,
it just didn't go.
But he was a lyricist. That's the problem. The industry, the industry doesn't like lyricists. They like rhymers who can convert into pop music. Boom. If it doesn't have a link to pop, you eventually. Oh, Pusha
T was one, but where does he go though? Where does he go?
Favorite rappers.
But where does he go? What region? That's the crazy part. Virginia, VA is like it's smack dab in the middle of every fucking thing.
No, I said I live in North Carolina, and they're like, "Yo, Virginia's the South." I'm like, "Ain't no damn way. If you have to wear a bubble coat in the winter, ain't no way you call the South."
That's what we be saying. But technically, historically, though. Virginia was the base of the South. It was a Southern nation. It was a capital.
It was. But listen,
that's why they like to throw it out there.
Here's what I'll say, right? If the South when this country was dividing by, if the South fought their way further up, right? We'd call New York the South by now, like, because it was the mentality, not the geographical location, the behavior. In Virginia, they still drink sweet tea. In New York, I didn't even know what that was until I came to North Carolina for the first time. Like, they do Southern things.
But they've always said that North Carolina is the Southern cousin. We've heard that for years, the Southern cousin of New York. New York, people in New York have cousins, have country cousins. That's why Talib Kweli and Bun B did that song. I got.
Yo, I never even heard that statement. But I'm from New York and I live in North Carolina, so it's very appropriate. And J. Cole is from North Carolina, and he has.
Do me a favor, Rico. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go listen to that song "Country Cousins" by Talib Kweli and Bun B.
Got you.
I heard it before that. I heard from my cousins up there in Chicago. They were saying that they have friends out there on the East Coast. They were like, and we got family in North Carolina. I was like, oh, North Carolina. They said, oh man, they the East Coast. I was like, they the East Coast. He was like,
UGK and Raheem Devon.
Yes, and they said, yeah, they East Coast, but they got a little country to them. And I was like, what does that mean? And then when I met my cousins out there, they really like a country East Coast.
North Carolina is on the coast, on the eastern coast of the country, as much as New York is. However, it's called the South and not East Coast. If you're a rapper, The Baby, P.D. Pablo, J. Cole,
P.D. Pablo,
they're not called East Coast rappers because they don't fit that Jewel, Jim Jones, Mano, whatever aesthetic. So they call them South instead. But you're literally on the East Coast, and you're more on the East Coast than you are on the South. If you look at the actual geographics of it, you're more closely aligned to the East Coast than you would to the South, because there's still several states below you that are more southern than you, but you are literally on the eastern. Like, it's weird. We determine geographical locations by behaviors. Again, like, if you drink sweet tea, if you say, hey darling, God bless your soul, then you're southern. And if you eat chopped cheese or like, you might be like, it's behavior. It's not really, it doesn't have much to do with where you are. It's how you behave.
Yeah, no, I definitely
Game
get
is
that.
ass. Game is ass is a crazy statement too. Game is ass is crazy because that boy can rap. He can rap.
That nigga can rap. Hey, he can rap. That kid can
Game
rap.
can rap. Game can rap. He a rippity rapper.
But I don't know if he's a writer. Is he a writer?
He's a writer.
Is he? Okay.
Oh, Game is a writer. Game writes. Game types into his phone. Game is a I write my raps.
Okay.
He's not, everybody can be.
Check this out. So it's funny that HBK put on there that he's been listening to Don't Trip recently, right? And I'm going to see him on the 1st of August, July. Yeah, on the 1st of next month. He's coming into town and we're about to listen to him. Man.
That's a Texas dude?
No, Don't Trip. I don't know where he's from. I think he's East Coast, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
I never heard that name in my life.
His music. I like some of his music. Yeah, Don't Trip. Let me see.
He got a hit out right now, or is like a folk classic?
Nah, I mean, people like him, but I don't know if he has like a hit. Hold on one second. Let me see real quick, bro. So, American rapper. Oh, they say he's also known as Christopher Wallace. So, I guess he's from Memphis, Tennessee, bro. Dog.
Christopher Wallace is a crazy name.
It is though, isn't it?
He
don't have a Tennessee. He don't have a Memphis. He don't have a Memphis feel, bro. Not that I'm used to. Because when I think
of saying, J. Cole don't have a North Carolina vibe either.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
yeah, and he said "Letter to His Son" might be his biggest song. Okay, yeah, I mean, because when I think of Memphis, I'm thinking of Duke Deuce, especially for the younger rappers. I'm thinking of Duke Deuce, Dolph, Key Glock.
Dolph.
You know what I'm saying? Even Yo Gotti. There are people
Yo
still
got
trying to
it, Black
like,
Youngster.
yo, you black. Oh my God, and I like him, but that boy right there is definitely
He a
mumble rap.
problem, bro. They should have never gave that boy no money, bro. he a problem to himself.
I do this for myself. Young run up and rip. I was like,
yo, Jason, we ain't gonna do this, bro. We are not gonna do this, Jason. Game got bars, bro. Stop. You wildin', like,
bro.
To say if you got one you don't like is one thing.
Yeah. Hey, HBK ain't lying. Black Youngster needs a podcast, dude. I listened to his song. Money. I listened to his album, and bro, I laughed the whole album.
He will make so much money. Cause you know why I know that? Cause look at how much money Adrian Bronner is making on social media right now. Just because he jumped on. Just because he been a fool. Black Youngster's the fool, bro. Give him a mic and a camera, he gonna make money.
Look how ignorant it is. Look how ignorant it is, bro. He making us look bad. He making us look bad, bro.
But he making money. Like, yo, if you consume the content and put the money in my pocket, who the fool? Me because I said it, or you because you made me rich?
Both. Both because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you knew what it was
I can't lose.
Wait, if you knew what it was doing, you'd be a fool to let everything around you destroy itself. Ignorance does make millions, Jason. You're right. But I tell you what.
Gang can rap. Thank you. Gang can rap. Ripping rap.
Yeah. But hey, look, I'm going to tell you like this, man. I'm going to tell you like this. Look, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, Rico. Hey, next week.
Before you wrap it up, I want to say this on your behalf, right?
Go ahead, bro.
For everybody who goes on platforms to whether enjoy, consume content, and then you feel like you have an opinion, but you never have a voice, shame on all of you who didn't jump in when you got the opportunity. Just know that this platform right here does not shut down voices, but give you the opportunity, and y'all chose not to jump in. Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, J.I.D. I agree 100% with that list.
New guys.
There's no debate.
Okay.
In that list, maybe only Drake has.
I wouldn't put him as a new guy. I wouldn't put him as a new guy.
He's been around, but they're still newer than a Nas, a Jay-Z. All three of those kids are stupid. Wale.
I will put Wale up there.
Sean, but Sean has been.
Sean who? I know you're not talking about Big Sean.
From Detroit?
Man, get out of here.
You don't think he's lyrical? He is
no,
lyrical.
No. I'm not putting him on the top 4 new guys. I'm not
saying the top 4, but if it's a top 10? Top 10? Like top 10 ambassadors. Like top 10 new guy ambassadors. Like he knew.
Okay, yeah. Because when he was hot, yeah. Before he started messing with Janae, whatever her name is,
let that man do what he got to do to get what he got to get, bro.
He only threw me off with that ass. I said, oh my God.
Bro, that's a strip club song.
I know, bro.
Rappers make songs for strip clubs.
But see, that's the thing, though. It threw an album. The album was split in half because half of it was for the people that he didn't really fit. And when he came back with the next album trying to be lyrical again, nobody was listening.
They didn't get it. Yeah. I've always been into it. I love the lyrical stuff. Like, again, I love if you can make a hit and I'm a fan of you, then I'm happy for you. You made a hit. But I'm more like, again, if anybody has a chance, if you go back and listen to Big Pun, and Black Thought, super lyrical.
Okay, I'm
super lyrical was so impressive with both rappers going back and forth. That it was like, yo, this is why I enjoy it. It don't always have to be a hit. Some of my greatest, like my most loved songs were not hits. Some of them came off of mixtapes. Some of them came off of when Tony Touch and DJ Clue was still Fantastic Four.
Tony Touch was that guy.
Cameron. Noriega, Big Pun, and then there was somebody else. I forgot who the 4th member of Fantastic Four was, but yo, lyricists just back and forth. Johnny Blaze, Nas,
Johnny Blaze. Wait. Johnny Blaze was who?
Not Johnny Blaze, Method Man. The song.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, wait, yeah. Okay, let me know because I was like,
The
wait,
song,
I love
Johnny.
Method Man. Method Man is one of my
Method Man was
favorite
one of my favorite rappers
MCs.
early.
Yes, MCs. I'll give him an
Yes.
MC. He's not lyrical, but MC wise,
Yeah,
being able
yeah.
to perform,
He
entertaining,
gets you hype, yeah.
bro.
You're right. That was a good assessment.
And
Because
him
he's not
and
as
Redman
lyrical as
together, him and Redman were a walking show, whether they were performing or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they wasn't, and even Redman got bars, bro. To this day, go Google a recent freestyle from Redman. That dude is never
sold me with
lacking.
He sold me with my middle name must be He Ain't, because every time I go down the street, she say He Ain't. I'll be there.
Bro, I was a teenager.
I had the shirt, Rico. I had the shirt. I bought it. It said I be that. It had the red man Mario brother looking dude.
I'll be
Bruh, I was on it. The blackout with him and Redman. Bruh, tell me we was over there doing this right here. Microphone check. Gus swinging short lecture. Goes it down the set.
I wish their whole album was that level. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
That was probably if they can keep that same back and forth, like, you know who does really good back and forth? Not Mobb Deep. MOP. MOP did a really good job when they went back and forth rap.
Hold on. We're not doing that, HBK. We're not doing that. No, I'm not going there.
Mims?
Mims
had a good song.
That's Mims it. That album was low-key garbage. Garbage.
One.
Garbage.
It was an amazing song.
It was a club banger.
Oh my God.
You have your drink and you say, this is why I'm hot.
You just knew that this artist was about to make millions, and then he did nothing else.
Bro, I could tell from the beginning when he said, this is why I'm hot, it gave me the same vibe that Joe Budden's, what'd you call it? Pump. It gave me the same vibe.
Bro, but Budden's got bars, though.
He did. I like Joe better when he was with the group. What was the group called? We all banged. Something House, some Powerhouse. Slaughterhouse. I liked him better on there because
this is why you know
he was competing. Because he was competing, though.
That's my point. But he existed in an ecosystem of monsters.
Yes.
Joel Ortiz. Yo, by the way, we
gotta end this, but Joel Ortiz was real.
Shout out to motherfucking Puerto Rican lyricists who don't get enough fucking love for burying other rappers. Joel Ortiz
had the cleanest. He had a song for FU for, I mean, you know, the CeeLo Green FU. He had a remix. He had a freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
That whole CD went hard.
Yo.
The one where he had the one where he was talking about the girl, I forget her name. I gotta go find it, bro. Joel Ortiz had like 3 mixtapes that were incredible.
And Nori. I left one. Oh, Cannabis. I think I left Cannabis off of the list. So yeah.
Cannabis is Puerto Rican?
Yo, no. Dutch know what I'm talking about. Fantastic Four. Go back. It was Cannabis, Nori, and Cameron. Those four.
That was a Fantastic Four?
On DJ Clue's, it was called the Professional, I think. The Professional. Where the image is him holding the chain hanging. The Professional. Bro, I'm telling you, I do this, bro. Super lyrical. I'm
still learning because y'all were in a different ecosystem. I was in a completely different one. You know what I'm saying?
Tech Nine was another monster.
Tech Nine was a monster, but people didn't understand him because of how he looked.
Swag rap, he failed.
But people didn't like the way he looked. Remember, he was one of the first ones that dyed his hair red. I didn't know. Yeah. I think he was a blood, wasn't he? He was actual blood, but he was up there.
He was. I don't know if he was affiliated with what, but I know that he did too much music that kind of resembled weird rap. Weird stuff like
it was because it was hella lyrical, hella fast. He used to he tried to, I don't know if he did or he tried to break Twister's record for rapping the fastest on the syllables and whatnot, and he came close, but he didn't because Twister still holds that thing. All right, we gonna get up out of here. Yes. Hey, we gonna talk about this later. You know what I'm saying? Prodigy don't get his fly. We got it.
Yo,
We
shout
got
out to
it.
Prodigy. Shout out to the
Hey.
Queensbridge legend. I
Yeah.
break bread, ribs, $100 bills. Just know that.
Yes, yes, yes. But hey, look, Rico, it's been a great time, man. You know, it's always a question, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to come back to this though. You know what I'm saying?
We're
Because
gonna do it.
the truth of the matter is
It's
that
crazy.
these
5'9"
discussions
is
gotta be had.
crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
5'9" is crazy.
He's
Listen,
good. He's good, but I ain't putting
5'9",
him up there. Detroit, right?
5'9", Joel Ortiz, Crooked, and Joe Budden. That's 4 lyrical monsters in one group, and that's why it didn't make. There is nothing marketable about 4 lyricists. You want ass and drinks talk. When you have rappers that can take a concept and break it down and make it sound crazy, people, that's not what bumps in the club. That's why people buy it. They don't want deep thought. They don't want Killer Priest from Wu-Tang family.
Yeah, because yeah, and I love that.
That's not what sells. And
Exactly.
unfortunately, us who are the fans of it become the victims because the artists we love never get the shine they deserve. But
and let's be honest.
Good fragrance hip hop talk. Let's do more fragrance hip hop talks. I like this too.
Okay, we'll get into it. Hey, that's what we're doing over here and sipping and tripping. But hey, shout out to Dave. He said Tech is not failing. He's independent and can sell out shows whenever he wants. That is a bit obscure, okay? Because here's the thing: when you talk about the shows that Tech Nine is selling out, they are minuscule compared to J. Cole. They are minuscule in size compared to your Migos. To this day,
I get what he's saying.
I do too, but he's got to understand. But he's saying it as if he's bigger than he is. And no, you got to understand that he has a cult fan base that is larger than most. But
financially, is great for him.
Yes, but
because independence means when I do a show and 300 people show up and they pay $10, I make 100% of the profit. Whereas
that's right.
If I have a label over me, we got to split.
They're taking about 25%.
Or 360 deals, for example. So financially, he's probably better off in a lot of big names. But when we talk about impact on industry, a lot of the people who have some of the biggest impact financially will never see what that looks like because their impact doesn't actually correlate into dollars. It correlates into dollars for another industry.
Like my guy, Big Crit. Went to go see him. He's independent now, I believe. And so, yeah, he's on tour and everything. And so, yeah, it's different. But he has a cult fan base. Guess what? He sold out pretty much all of his shows
covered for sure.
But and the place that I was in pales in comparison to what Kanye, Drake, and a lot of other people are doing.
Right.
Sean,
numbers are different.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, hey, appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Rico, we're going to have more conversations about this, the state of FragCom, what it means, community. We're gonna have to redefine some things because truth be told, man, FragCom and the community that we believe we started, that we're in, it's ever changing. You know what I'm saying? More people are watching, we're growing, we're you know what I'm saying? You got people that are hobbyists today. Hell, in a week they could get the right offer, and next thing you know, they could be opportunists and influencers. You know what I'm saying? Working for $1. But the truth of the matter is that there has to be some common ground where we are accepting of each other, whether we spend time together or not. You know what I'm saying? I think this riff, like we discussed with the shoes, like we discussed with the hip hop community, I think the rift is a thing where people are choosing to loudly separate instead of just accepting the common differences.
Is elitism, bro. Is elitism.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it goes both ways. There are those that are looking down, and then there are those mad because they are not up there with the others. And because of that, they feel, because I'm telling you right now, I know some people that feel that there's elitism, even though ain't nobody talking down on them.
So are you talking about reviewers or community members? Because that's two different things. Some people want the mic and some people are part of the community and don't require the mic.
it don't matter whether you're behind the camera or not. If you're online, whether you're behind the camera, in front of the camera, on the microphone or whatever, you're in the community. So I'm talking about the community. I'm talking about, because here's the thing. You see these chat people, there are some they'll never get on the camera, right?
Right.
But they're active on IG. They comment on people's posts on IG.
Yeah.
They comment on this video. They'll comment on TikTok. They will be in the chat telling you, hey, did you see this? And so all I'm saying is that, man, look, we've got to learn how, as both reviewers and as viewers, we got to learn to find some common ground. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn to find some common ground in each other and understand that it's okay to disagree, that it's okay to not be on the same level of perfumery, but still call yourself a connoisseur, even though it may be on a lower level. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't eat steaks don't mean I don't get hungry.
You know, I think anybody who's listening to this probably like you probably get that statement. And if you're listening to this and it doesn't make sense to you, then you're probably who we're talking about. It's you right there. If you just heard that and you're like, I don't get it, you're the problem.
Probably you. It's probably you.
And if you didn't like to hear that, DM me. You're the problem, though.
Well, don't DM me tonight because I'm gonna be busy, but you can hit me up tomorrow. But no, for real. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Per usual, you know, it's been a great live, great conversation. Truly enjoyed this, man. Truly, I always enjoy y'all. I know Rico does too, man. Being able to get on here and talk, you know what I'm saying, and interact is a great thing, man. It's a privilege too, and we don't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? But like we said, man, our overall goal is to build a community around us. You know what I'm saying? Around us. That includes y'all. That includes everybody who's active. And there has to be a level of acceptance, you know, at the end of the day. But we'll get into
Hey, I want to say this. It's not always gonna be agreed upon outlooks on things. And I think that's what makes this a dope platform. If y'all enjoy healthy conversation, because clearly James and I don't agree on everything, and I think that's the best way to address everything, is having opposing thoughts that can come to an agreeable outcome, which is, I get why you feel that way, but I don't view, based on my socialization or other reason, I don't see that. I think incorporating the music piece really helped bring that in too, because it shows like geographical location will determine how we interpret new information, whether it's fragrance or music. It does affect it. So I think this is a really healthy platform for different views coming together. I think that if you have a strong enough opinion, you should make yourself available next week, whatever we're talking about, whenever we talk about it next. Come on, be part of the conversation, because there's not many platforms that give you the liberty to open up and say you're part, and we are offering that here. You just got to take the opportunity to make your and here's the other thing, that a lot of people view these types of platforms because they want to get involved in it and don't know how to. A really good practice is just jump on somebody else's platform, get comfortable speaking, and maybe you jump on your own and invite us later. But I just think that the important thing is, when we say community, and today's conversation with our community, we're not just saying it as a phrase, but something that we actually open up to other people and say, come be part of it, and be part of it not just by being a fan or a viewer, but be part of the conversation. And we are here, like, join us.
Exactly. We are giving you the opportunity to be not just part of the community, but be family. When you hop on this stage, when you hop on and you show your face, from Otto to everybody else who's come up here, Simone and whatnot, you become family. People recognize you as part of our chat, but also part of our interactions. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, that's what we're offering. You know, we talked about it earlier, which was Rico definitely pointed out and defined for us. Bro, we don't want fans. You know what I'm saying? We don't want fans. it's cool if you like us and you choose to stay in the background, that's fine. But we don't want you as a fan. Even if you're a silent family member, be family. You know what I'm saying? But don't follow us blindly because hell, we ain't gonna agree. And I don't expect half of y'all to agree with everything that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of this channel. That's the beauty of Fragcom as we build it, as we put our communities together. And thank God, you know, for meeting this man. Because hey, I've been able to kind of unite my community with his in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, that's it, man. All right. Well, hey, appreciate y'all for joining us today, man. Per usual, like we said, today was different because I had to do the live on Zerjov's 3 Lamborghini fragrances on Friday. So join us. I think I'm going to try and get it in again on Friday of next week. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to try and get something in. Okay. And we'll go ahead and do something.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. We'll put something together. But join us hopefully next week. When we talk about our next subject, we gotta get to it because we got a list of stuff.
Yeah, we got some issues.
And make sure your asses are ready to hop in here, all right? Because
don't complain about you can't get no airtime when we giving you airtime.
You know what I'm saying? And next week the drinks will be pouring more than they were today. Today I had to keep it simple. I'm about to leave here and go see my dad. Per y'all know, he's in the hospital, so I'm trying to be responsible, okay? But with all that being said, man, Rico, as always, bro, I appreciate it, man. This is a great conversation and everything.
Yes,
but
sir.
for y'all out there, remember, let every sip be a sip of inspiration, and let every sip or every sniff lead to a new discovery, all right? Shout out to Jason Virgil for the awesome motto that I have finally started memorizing, all right? But appreciate y'all all for being here. And again, go check out some of those hip hop recommendations. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe us, go get your ear on it. You know what I'm saying?
Try yourself.
And when it comes to fragrances, don't take our word for it. Get it on Skin for the Win, baby. All right. But all right, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for being up here. Much love to all of y'all. Hey, until the next one, man. Y'all be easy.
Like reading Rainbow, bro.
You know, hey,
don't take my word for it.
We'll call you. All right, y'all. Much love, y'all. Much love.